around outside. It's a pretty sick place. What's up, Zappy? How you doing? What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Nice to meet you finally. Business good?
Yes, sir.
It looks that way. Holy shit. Car here. Got all these.
2 million. This one is 1.5. One of 3. This is one of 99. So this is actually a G-Wagon convertible V12 with the partition.
Good?
So, Kyle, how are you? Thank you so much for coming through.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
So happy to have you.
Dope.
Just fun shit about these cars. The tires are 50
Bob,
grand.
can you drive? Nah. I've never seen you whip a car.
I usually have the people do it. You still got this thing going?
I'm keeping it.
I had it for a minute, but I was like, yeah, both of us having that.
You know, we got the Happy Dad flag
Hell yeah.
up top.
That's lit.
This is similar to the one that we gave Dana. These fold out. Like your liquor cabinet.
This is how Steve's been living.
Yeah, this is how Steve's been rocking.
Yeah, this is gangster. Where the fuck are we right now?
I don't know. I feel like I actually haven't done one of these in a while.
You haven't.
I've been, you know, well, actually, no, you know what? Time out. I had
Time out. That's you know Bob's about to lie. Whenever he says time out, you know there's a big fucking lie.
No, this is
next.
not a liar. Here's the deal. I
let's hear it.
had Lamar Jackson ready to go, but you guys.
You had him last minute.
I know.
You knew that we were going to Texas.
I know.
We told you 2 weeks in advance. I said I'm free all this week.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get a guest. I mean, you talked a big game about Super Bowl lead-up week.
Oh, the Fanatics party?
No, just in general. Well, the Fanatics party's a whole nother thing.
I couldn't have
We
came
told
out-
that on the last pod. Did you hear it?
I couldn't have come out striking out more than I did Super Bowl, brother.
Yeah.
I struck out big time. I mean, I had listen, sometimes you suffer from panic
Bob,
attacks.
I was so hungover. Bob begged me to go to this Fanatics party. I showed up, and then he didn't even want to go into the section where all like the VIPs were, because apparently there was one guy that you just didn't like.
No, I just, you know what it was? I wanted to just stay. I wanted to keep my distance.
You get in here too whenever you're ready.
Because I was, I was trying to really hard. I was trying to really land some people out of there, guests. And a lot of times you don't go directly to if DiCaprio's sitting there, you never go directly to DiCaprio
No.
and do it. You know, I go through different people to try and get it done. But yeah, I struck out at the Super Bowl.
Your
I
boy
wasn't-
Bobby Schmurda was there.
I know,
Leo.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And
Today
so-
we got our boy.
What's up,
We're at the Wires Only HQ, right?
Yes, sir. Wires Only HQ.
We got our boy. We're waiting on John, but
Where's Salim at? And where's Gabe? Gabe was in the last one. Gabe got trashed now. He's getting trashed on our pod.
Gabe's getting hammered on the pod. Yeah,
Love game.
yeah. Gabe's dope. He's just, you saw how he was just trying to direct everybody. He just
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
to,
Yeah, he told me to go to that chair. And
he
sit
doesn't
over
know his role. He's still finding it.
there. It is what it is. So how did this come about here? How did we get this thing going on here?
Well, Wires, you've been doing a lot of shit with Steve, right?
A ton, yeah.
How did you get in touch with Steve originally?
You know what's crazy? I met Steve here at the office. Came in, board shorts, fucking t-shirt, bottle of Hollerhead, just faded. This guy's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why do you want this car anyways? He's
Is that
like,
John joining us in the
Johnny.
house too?
Johnny boy.
Let's go.
Good to see you, sir. How are you? I don't know why you're looking at me like that. Everything's great.
He goes, I'm buying the car. Here you go, sir. Freshly cut.
Thank you, bro.
He goes, I'm buying the car, but I'm giving it to my friend. He doesn't have a car. He bought a Range Rover for someone as a gift, and he surprised one of his fucking friends first day here, but then he put us on your channel. So the next fucking day, I was eating at a restaurant whenever it dropped, and everyone was like, yo, I saw you on Steve's show, Full Send, Happy Dad, going crazy. Like, they went fucking nuts. And I was like, I called him. I was like, yo, bro, we're getting a lot of business from this video. Like, I had no idea. This is fucking insane. It's incredible. So it turned out from, doing one deal here at the office, like right back there, and to, I think he's bought like 20 cars from us,
20?
which is insane. And I
You
mean,
remember which ones?
I mean, one of the biggest ones, would be the Cullinan, the 2021 Cullinan, the one that we wrapped.
That's blue, right?
The one that we wrapped blue. The other day when you guys were going to Mexico, he was like, yo, bro, I'm landing at like 11:30 tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll send my guys to grab you. He calls me back. He's like, yo, I'm landing today. Yeah, all good. He's like, I'm landing today.
Me too.
I'm like, dude, it's an hour notice. So I'm like, okay, send the Sprinter, send a couple of the Maybach vans, like grab this guy, just handle him, make sure he's sorted. This is the day I came to the house when you guys gave a bunch of money to the families, and the families were there at the house.
Yeah.
It was a pretty sick day. And he's like, fuck it. He's like, you know what? He's like, I need a Sprinter. He's like, how much is this fucking thing? I was like, I don't know. It's like 200 grand or something. He's like, fuck it. I'll take it. I would love this. He's like, he's in the back. He's like, this is perfect shooting car. So boom, we're 3 cars in, like right out of the gate. And then the second car was that Maybach that I just showed you. So he's like, I'll take that too.
Was that the one he got for Dana?
That's the one he gave to Dana.
And did you do all the custom work for it?
We did everything, and it was crazy because he called us like with 0 notice. It was like, yo, it was like Monday. It's like, we need to do this Hollerhead Maybach, and we're giving it to Dana White. I want you to be there, of course, but we need it done by Friday. And it was literally fucking Monday. So we completely did the Hollerhead inside, did Hollerhead outside, and then hauled ass to Vegas to get it dropped off, to Dana White. And I was like, okay, cool, like, I'll see you, I'm gonna head back. He's like, no. He's like, come with me. Brings me to Dana's office, takes me, gives me the whole tour, shows me Dana's collection. We go to the fight. One of the most insane times I've ever had.
And Dana loves that thing.
Dana pulls me
He
to the side.
loves it.
I'm standing in the back, and what's crazy is on the way there onto the fight, he's like, fuck it, let's throw, what's our guy's name that does the shoey?
Bam Bam.
Bam Bam. He's like, let's throw some money on Bam Bam. So we're literally walking in. We throw the money on Bam Bam. He knocks the guy out. He goes straight in to do the shoey and then comes back into the locker room. Remember when he came into Dana's room and he like had his shirt off and everything? So we hit that right out of the gate. Dana comes over and he's like, bro, I'm like, fuck, did I do something? I'm like in his room like for the first time. He's like, bro, I just want to tell you, this fucking van has already got 3 million views and we just put it up. He goes, it's the best thing I've ever been given. He goes, thank you so much. We're sending it on tour to all the fights. It's going to be like the official marketing van. We're going to put it in the...
Yeah, he does go fucking crazy over that car.
Yeah,
he loves it.
That was a nice.
It's not a
pretty,
basic van.
or whatever it is. But by the way, how much money is worth in this room alone in cars?
Probably 20.
And the most expensive one is this thing?
I mean, that's up there. The G-Wagon Cabriolet in the back, the Landaulet, that's also up there. That's one of 99. That's very expensive as well. Everything in here is just super rare, super expensive.
Yeah, I'm interested in like the business of this shit. Like what is like the business? So do you sell like mostly like rare cars?
Yes. Yeah, the super rare, hard to find stuff. Yeah, the super rare, hard to find stuff. That's kind of our specialty. Behind us you have a Bugatti Veyron, you have the Bugatti Grand Sport, you have the Maybach Landaulet truck, you have the Maybach Landaulet car, which is one of the only cars ever made in black. When that car came out originally in 2012, it had a $2.1 million MSRP, which was insane, which was huge, for the time. So those are actual convertibles made from the factory. So super rare, numbered cars and rare cars.
You probably get this a lot, but yeah, how did you like get in to start doing this?
Craziest story ever. So I was
Yes,
running,
take us back.
I was running a resort in Colorado, and I used to come in at like 7
So you
a.m.
owned it, or like what were you?
A friend of mine did.
Okay.
Like a family member, right? And so they said, hey, can you come to this resort and help us run the resort? Bring your suits, hang out. It was Christmas time. Help us, just figure it out. So I went up there for Christmas and I ended up being there for 5 years. Most insane, like one thing about hospitality, most insane work you can ever do. The guests are always there. It's fucking insane. While I'm working there, coming in at 7 a.m., leaving at fucking midnight, I always had like 1 or 2 cars I was hustling on the side. So like by my 4th year, I had maybe like 300 grand saved up. So I was working 7 days a week. They didn't even give me 1 day off. So I finally got to that 1 day off. And I was like, you know what? I found a Rolls Royce I want to buy. They're like, where? There's an auction in LA. They're like, how much is it? I think it's going to go for 300 grand. It's all the money I had. That's it. So I got all the money together. They're like, if you leave today and you're back like the following day, like it was like on a Wednesday, if you're back by Friday for the staff meeting, go buy the car. But come right back because you have to come to work. I fly to LA. I get to the auction. Everybody's there bidding on this car. Boom, boom, boom. Like, fuck. What am I going to do? Like, this shit's going to go for over 3. I got it for like 300 grand to the T. It was all the money I had. So I had to go inside. I had to pay for it. wired the guys some money, drove it like 15 hours back to Colorado, like straight to the resort. People are looking at me like, yo, what the fuck are you doing here with this car? But I was like, you know what? I'm going to put it online. I'm going to give it a shot while I'm working. The next fucking day, a guy calls me. I'll never forget this. He's like, hey, this is so-and-so from Rolls-Royce Beverly Hills. I was going to that auction. I got stuck in traffic. I have the car sold. He's like, how much is it? I'm like, it's 400. He goes, great, I'll take it. So my first Rolls-Royce deal that I did while I was working at the resort hit an absolute home run to where it was more than I was making. Turned out to more than I was making all year in one deal. I walked into the office. I told the guys, I said, hey, I appreciate everything. Let me hire a new manager. I'm out. I'm going to go do cars full time. And then I bounced.
Me and Bob got beef.
For sure.
Why do we have beef?
We just have beef.
There's no beef, John.
There is.
So we're always good.
There is.
Continue on, sir. My apologies.
The reason why the podcast was late last week.
I had Lamar Jackson, quarterback,
we
waiting for you.
apologize. We apologize for the late podcast.
Yes.
We almost missed the week because of Bob. We'll get into that later. RD's more,
Lamar
interesting.
the
than
Lamar
Bob.
would be a-
interrupted here. I didn't know there was a full Happy Dad tour going on for 2 weeks in Texas.
Let's go.
Yeah, no one
And
knew
the
we were
one day that I
no one
was
knew we were
available,
launching Texas.
You know, I mean,
no
listen,
one knew.
guys,
No
I
one
can
knew.
drop everything.
There was no
brought you.
buzz about Texas last
the
week.
biggest
You didn't
launch
see
of
that?
the year.
Yeah, he had no idea.
I mean, listen, we're out here hustling.
Almost missed a week.
You know,
Kyle came through with a nice episode. With, pulled Steve, Steiny, and Gaben. We got through.
Shout out
I was going to
to
Almost
say,
Steiny.
missed an
I
episode
was
of
going to
Bob.
say, it did seem when I wasn't there, shit was hitting the fan a little bit. Podcasts were getting
we'll
yanked.
talk about that later. We're not going to interrupt RD's
at least we
story.
got one up.
Boy,
Yeah, at least we
what
got
do you
one
want
up.
me to
We
come to
almost
the President of
missed
the
a
United States? every
We
week
almost
here?
missed a
Come
week,
on.
Bob.
Which, by the way, I do have a call in a Trump, by the way.
Yeah, okay. Thank
So
you.
I
Back
have
to
that.
RD.
I got Lamar Jackson,
Yeah.
OBJ. We have
He
our
said
wheels up.
he said we had Kanye 2 weeks ago too.
Kanye's just been, there's more beef going on the internet right now, so it's harder to get him. There's a lot.
You would think that's the time to get him.
So, listen, we'll sit down. We'll
We'll talk
about
later.
right now.
Bob is doing nothing for this podcast.
I mean, how
Bob's
quickly
killing
they
it.
forget
Shaq
about
4 months ago, and now you got to put him on a pedestal.
you know what I
Oh,
mean?
let's go. It's
How
Bob.
quickly they
Let's go.
forget about Antonio Brown and Trent.
Big
As a
shout
matter
out
of
to
fact, I
AB.
think we built this podcast, John.
AB was just here.
Anyways,
Yeah.
continue on,
Did
sir.
you put the Happy Dad hat on him? Because RD did.
Yes.
He was at my house. He came out and he had the hat on. He was like, yeah, it's a cool fucking hat. That's why I had to call you guys. I was like,
Oh, I thought you put that on.
I
him.
did. I gave it to him at my house.
okay. But he
Grabbed
just
it.
started wearing it.
Oh, yeah, he just took it.
I thought when you sent me the selfie at first.
Yeah, no,
I
he's
thought,
the
I thought you were
best.
just had him on, and then he's posting on stories.
He was
Promotes Happy Dad more
I
than
hit him
Bob.
up and he was excited about the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He didn't know it
he's
was
the
our
best.
thing.
Yeah.
I was
He
like,
was just here.
He was just on our show too. It's like
Before Super Bowl, he calls the night before, him and his team, Jake and Matt, the whole squad, all amazing guys. They say, hey, we want to sign 200 footballs. We want to give them away to all the kids. I was like, fuck, do it at my office. So the Sunday before Super Bowl, between 8 and 12, we had 200 kids here from Powell. He signed every single football, took pictures with all the kids, fed them all breakfast. It was a huge production, had a DJ and everything. Talk about a guy with a heart of gold. Absolute legend. Love
he's
AB.
the man.
He's the
Antonio
man.
Brown's a good
Seemed
dude.
like a very nice guy.
Yeah.
The
You
best.
can always tell when the press talks bad about somebody, it's usually the opposite.
Before
Yeah, I
I
really
gave
liked AB.
before I gave him
Good dude.
the hat,
Good dude.
I got the chance to work out
What was
with
that,
him
like
a
2 weeks
couple
ago?
times.
Sorry. Well,
Absolute insane.
Oh yeah, beast,
Machine.
beast.
Absolute machine.
Yeah.
So I knew I wanted to go to warm weather. How I got out of Colorado and went to Scottsdale. So I visited Scottsdale like once or twice while I was at the resort. And I was like, man, it's fucking snowing in Colorado. It's 70 in Scottsdale. The talent is amazing. Everyone's in a nice car. First time I went to Mastro's, I was like, wow, this is incredible. This is like a whole nother planet. I get there and I'm like, yo, this is it. I threw all my stuff in the car. I drove straight to Scottsdale. Put in my notice, hired a new manager and bounced. I get to Scottsdale and I'm like, I'm looking and looking and looking because I wanted a spot like this. I didn't want like a traditional spot. I wanted it to be unique. So I'm in the back, like looking at like airplane hangars and warehouses. I'm like, fuck, I got to get an airplane hangar. So this is first time seeing a Gulfstream, never even been on one. I'm parked in the back of the hangars and this fucking like G5 just comes taxiing. Because you could see it from like the street in Scottsdale where the air park is. Door opens, all these guys get out, fucking all these trucks pull up, all these girls get out. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, this is insane. And it was 3 hangars together and the gentleman kept his plane in the middle hangar. And I saw the other 2 hangars were for lease. So I saw the guy that like handled everything for the plane. I ran into him a few times. His name is Rob. Shout out to Rob. He has a big red beard. You can't miss him. And I was just like, fuck. I was like, bro, I want to lease these hangars. He was like, nah, man. It's like, you got to have planes. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, we have a fuel farm. So the plane comes in, you buy the gas from the farm that comes with the hangar, and that's how we make our money. It's like 30 G's a month. Like, it's not for cars. So I'm like, fuck, man, what am I going to do? I run into him again. I'm like, man, you like cars, right? He's like, yeah. I was like, did your boss ask the plane, Braun? Cool motherfucker. I was like, does he like cars? He's like, he loves cars. I was like, tell him he can drive a car whenever he wants. Come in, pick whatever you want. You can take a car whenever you want. I'm going to be the biggest car guy in the game. I have nothing. I don't even have a license at the time. He's like, really? He's like, let me talk to him. So he comes back. He's like, you know what? We're going to do a deal with you. We'll lease you the hangars. We want a lot of money up front. We want a personal guarantee. We want you to do, give us your firstborn son. So I'm like, fuck it. So I talk to my cousin. My cousin tells me, get the hangars. I'll split the hangar with you. It's like 30 G's a month or whatever it was. It was a lot of money to me at the time. First, last security deposit, I get in the hangars. I get a license. I hang it there. Getting a couple cars. I'm getting going. So the first comes around and I go to him and I say, hey, I need you to split the hangar with me. It's, we got to kick in like 100 G's or whatever. He goes, fuck that. He goes, I'm not doing that. He's like, I'm out. You're on your own, bro. I changed my mind. I'm like, holy shit. Like, I'm out of money. Like, I put everything into moving here, getting a place, getting a license, getting a hangar. Like, I'm tapped. A few cars. Like, I'm done. Bro, I'm in panic mode at this time. I'm like, this is it. Like, I had to call the guy and be like, hey, I can't afford this. Like, I'm done. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. He's like, this is on you. You PG'd it. Like, we'll sue your ass. Figure it the fuck out. So I'm panicking. Calling everyone I know. Fucking haul us to Office Depot, get a desk, put it together myself, file cabinet, phone. I'm dialing for dollars. I'm like, who needs what? Can I get you a car? Do you want some space? I'm just trying to figure it out. This is when Super Bowl was in Scottsdale.
Oh, shit.
So Super Bowl's like 90 days out. I'm not even paying attention to that. There's a restaurant that I used to go to called Chop Shop in Scottsdale. So I knew the owner of the restaurant because I used to go there all the time because I was eating on a budget, but it's a nice place. They have bowls and whatever. Big shout out to Chop Shop. My boy pulls up with like 3 Suburbans full of people. And I'm panicking, dude. I'm in tears. Like, I can't afford the office anymore. I'm going to pack up my shit. I'm like, I'm done. He comes in, he's all hype. He's like, bro, can I show my friends your space? They're here from New York. I'm like, bro, I don't have much. I just have the hangar. There's a couple cars in there. Like 3 truckloads of people come in. I'm like, fuck, go ahead, show them around. I'm like, I close my door. He's like, no, bro, you should come out here and talk to these people. I'm like, talk to them about what, bro? They want to buy a car or what? Like, I don't understand. He goes, no, they're from Maxim. I'm like, what's that have to do with me? Well, the Super Bowl is coming. They're from Maxim Magazine. They're looking at a space to do the Maxim Hot 100 party. I'm like, and? They're like, well, the budget is like, I think 250 grand up front, another 250 grand. They'll give you a free table. They'll let you do the sponsorships. I jump out of my chair. Hi, I'm RD. How can I help you? Let me show you around. They're like, this is your place? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. What hangars you need? Do you need this one, the middle one? You need all 3? I can make it happen. So the lady goes, we're looking at Talking Stick Casino or potentially an office like yours to do the party. So I knew not only if I got the party, I would be in the game, but I would also get to meet all the clients that I needed to meet. Mm-hmm. Jamie, Luda, Bieber, Wayne, everybody was going to be coming to this thing. The people that had the tables are ABC, Verizon, like huge, big corporations, plus the Maxim Hot 100 models that they were busing in. It's on a live taxiway. So when you pull out of the hangars, it's on taxiway 5, which opens up to the runway. So they go, okay, listen, you have to get the FAA to let you shut down the taxiway. If you shut down the taxiway, you get the permit from the FAA, we'll give you the party. Done. So I had to get every single owner of the taxiway that had hangars on the taxiway, rather, Sun State Equipment. Those guys were great, signed off. I said, hey, guys, you want to come to the Maxim party? Fuck yeah, what's the Maxim party? I said, it's at our office, hangar 5, right down the street, right on the left. They said, okay, yeah, run it. So I gave every hangar owner tickets and they signed a petition. We sent it to Oklahoma. They signed off. The FAA approved closing the taxiway before Super Bowl, one of the only times it's ever been fucking done.
That's a big fucking swindle.
Big one.
Damn.
Big time. I get the guys to sign off, give them all tickets, get the permit approved, send it in. I call them. Permits approved. Can't wait, guys. They're like, oh man, we're going with Talking Stick Casino. I'm like, now I'm like, I have $600 left. I'm like, you're kidding. They're like, no, they have a casino, they have a hotel. It's like, fits our needs better. Like, I'm sorry, but we're going to pass. Now I'm in tears. I'm like, fuck, you're fucking kidding me?
All the
like,
jet guys hate you and shit now.
Yeah, like everyone is like,
You
yo, what?
became like the biggest fraud ever then, basically.
Biggest.
Right?
So I take a taxi to the fucking airport. I fly to New York. I look up their office. Now, mind you, I've been talking to these guys for a month about doing this every single day, the whole office. Bro, I fly to the office. I get off at Madison and Fifth. I don't even have money to get home. I don't have money for a flight. I don't have money for a cab. Like, I'm tapped. This is it. I get through the building. I get to their floor. Never forget this. I'm like knocking on their door and they're like looking. They're like, what the fuck? The guy's here from Scottsdale. I'm like, hey guys. They're like, come on in. Is everything okay? I'm like, no, everything is not okay. Like, I need this fucking party. I knew I would get the clients I needed. I knew I would get the deal, which I needed. I had to make this happen. They're like, what the fuck are you doing here in New York? I said, I don't have money to get home. I don't have money for a flight. I don't know whoever made this decision to go with Talking Stick, but I put my heart and soul into getting this event. I fucking need it. They bring me into the conference room. They're like, holy fuck, the guy's here from New York. Or from Scottsdale. He's in our New York office. They called the decision makers. The owner at the time, he owned Steak and Shake and a bunch of stuff. Amazing. The whole, shout out to Maxim, the whole team was amazing at the time. And they end up giving me the party there on the spot. And I went back and we got Dodge to sponsor it. So they did drag races down the taxiway of their new hottest cars. We had the Dos Equis hot air balloon. We had the Steak and Shake truck. We had all the models. Everybody performed. But what the key was, my office was the green room.
What is your goal then when you get all these guys in there, Luda, Bieber?
I just knew that if I got some of these guys as clients, that I would be known.
For sure.
And so one of our first guys, was Jamie. And he was one of our first Oscar-winning clients. And for us in Scottsdale, it was a game changer for us. And then we started to get one guy after another. And it just went absolutely.
Was the company wires only at that time?
It wasn't even wires only. Wires only started a little bit later, kind of as a joke. Like Jamie and I would joke around, like, send the wire, make the cutoff. Did he send the wire yet?
I get it. I get it now.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't put that together until now.
I didn't
as
put
well.
that together until now. That's
I just
crazy.
thought it was a sauce name. Now I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want someone to pay for something, you want them to send the wire.
There's no,
And
I'll
so-
pay you a check later.
And so like we had,
Okay, that's sauce.
we had like
So
10.
they don't accept cash? It's wires only?
Yeah, wires only. Yeah.
Crypto or no?
So if somebody brings
crypto
you
for sure.
2.6 million in cash, you're not going to
Yeah,
take
you're definitely crypto friendly.
Yeah, we're crypto friendly. Cash, we don't do cash.
it? Right.
It's just easier,
Yeah, you're not buying here, bro.
Yeah,
You
we're
guys take Ethereum?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
I mean, Steve paid for half of his stuff with wires and ETH. But Uzi Vert, crazy story about Uzi Vert, little Uzi Vert, huge rapper, bought a Bugatti from us. Very into fashion, great guy. He just bought his girlfriend a car as a gift, and he paid in Ethereum. It was on a Sunday.
Oh.
So he's like, drop the car off. I need it now. I was like, bro, can you send a wire? He's like, no, but you have Coinbase? I was like, sure. So he sent the ETH, and that was it. And he goes, that's the first thing I bought on my own ever without having to go through Rock Nation. And we made the car. We got the car to New York and just in time for the birthday, and we delivered it. And it was we're Coinbase friendly, For us, it's great because if a guy wants a car after hours, if it's not Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, they can't send a wire. They can just hit the button and we can get paid, and it's great.
So you're only selling like at the top level, like guys that want to fucking spend a fuck ton of money to buy cars. That's it.
Well, yeah, look her out.
He's not shoving.
Yeah.
You're not selling like minivans in the back or anything.
No,
too, right?
yeah.
It's just high end quality.
Yeah.
The tits of the tits.
We actually got a crazy request for what was that? A Chevrolet, some kind of Kanye wanted some Chevrolet, regular Chevrolet car, like a Bolt or something like that. And I was like, what do you guys want this for? He was like, oh, it's just low key, just tint the windows. I just want normal, simple. I just want something just plain. Can you get this for me? And that was one of the crazy, like, regular cars.
So I know Kanye well, but what's he like with you?
Should be able to get him on here then.
Yeah.
John. I mean,
they're
Because I know the Kanye that I know is like heart of gold. Like
Heart of gold, yeah. Like,
that's,
these
that's
guys,
the Kanye
like-
I know.
these guys, like, when they want to pull the trigger on something, they want to do it right away. And it's like, there's no bullshit. Like, these guys at that level are they know exactly what they want, and they want you to do it ASAP. And you have to be able to understand that. Like, our deliveries are like, for him, we did a crazy delivery for those guys at like Christmas morning, like 7 a.m.
This Christmas?
last Christmas.
Last past
Yeah.
Christmas? What'd you do?
We delivered like 7 Maybach trucks
On how much notice?
on like a 3-day notice.
Last minute Christmas shopping.
Last minute
Yeah.
Christmas shopping. We did them all silver. He was actually one of the, him and Kim were one of the first people to grab a couple of the vans, and it's just crazy. Yeah, but those guys have all been.
So what
great.
are you making off a deal like that? Are you allowed to say?
I mean, that deal is a little bit different because it was Christmas time. So there was, all these guys, we take these cars back in on trade. So you have to take care of the clients because you're going to get this car back. Like, we've taken these cars back in like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 times. So you always have to treat people fair.
Of course.
That way they're going to come and, purchase something else and trade the car back in. So we always take care of them. Christmas morning, we had, it was crunch time.
There's a little extra juice involved. If it's Christmas
Yeah,
morning.
because we had to get everyone to work Christmas Eve and et cetera, and Christmas. Shout out to Joey and Michael. My whole staff were there on deck Christmas. Everyone worked through the holidays for those guys.
Celebrities I know that buy from you, they really trust you. And I think one thing with this podcast, we like to educate listeners a lot too, because I get it a lot too, is like, what's the secret to working with celebrities? And, like, I'd love for you to talk on like, why do they love you? What do you, it's common sense what you're going to say, I know, but I'd love for you to talk on like why celebrities do come back to you. Cause there's a lot of car dealers here, even this road, there's not, this is not the only garage here with nice cars, but RD's the man when it comes to return customers, trust. And
That's what I've
love for
heard.
you to talk on that a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, they just want to deal with someone that can do something fast. No is not in our vocabulary. Whatever the request is or wherever it is, we handle it. We do deal. We've done 100 deals that no one's ever heard of, that we've never said a word of, that no one will ever know of. And that's what people like. They just want to deal with someone that can deliver. They want to deal with someone that they can trust and that's not going to say no to whatever they come up with. Because, a lot of these clients come up with the craziest requests you could ever imagine. So you just got to be able to handle it. And really, coming from the hotel background, what we combined is all my guys are Joey and Michael, and they're all hospitality Forbes 100 trained. They're all from the highest hotel training in the world. So we understand customer service. For us, we're just not making sure that the deal is okay. We're trying to make sure everything is okay. So we handle, everything from aviation to we're the cigarette dealer for cigarette boats for Los Angeles as well. So we just signed a deal with Cigarette.
Nice.
We were actually talking to them about
we're
something too.
Yeah.
A full send boat.
Yeah, we were there
in Happy
together.
Dad. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're doing
Like
that.
actual cigarettes?
No, the cigarette boats.
Cigarette racing
Oh.
team.
Yeah.
They make center console and race boats. And we were actually together.
Sickest boats.
Yeah, we were actually together at their opening, and they're gonna do a Happy
a good
Dad
kid. The guy
full
running
send
it.
boat. Shout out to Alex and his
Yeah,
dad
Alex is
John.
dope.
Those guys are great company. They just bought it, but they're boat enthusiasts. They know all about boats. So we just got that deal. So it can be boats, planes, cars. It could be anything. We get the craziest requests. It could be jewelry. It could be flowers. It could be whatever. People call us, for everything.
And you'll just figure it out.
We just figure it out. We just handle it.
How did you guys? Because I saw you guys online. Are you guys spending a lot of money like campaigning your name out on social media, or does it just happen naturally? Because I always see wires only everywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, our show comes out. It's called $1 Million Wheels. It comes out on Discovery Plus on the 28th of this month, which I believe is next Monday. So Friday, the trailer dropped, and Kim Kardashian is one of our favorite clients. Complete car girl, loves cars. She's been into cars since she was 16, 17 years old. Like, really knows cars, has a fleet of cars. And not only does she have a fleet, but she has them completely custom to the T, full repaints, body kits, wheels, tires, the crazy stuff you can think of. So she's in one of our episodes doing a crazy deal with us. But on Friday when the trailer dropped, our Instagram started going crazy. And they're like, oh my God, you got to go to Kim's page. She reposted our trailer. She has 286 million followers.
On her story?
On her story. And it drove so much traffic to our site that we've got, 5 million impressions on our trailer.
I saw the trailer. It's at like 1.3 mil or some shit.
Yeah, so
Pretty
it's
crazy.
So on the insights, it's like 5 million impressions. On the views, I think it's up to 1.7. And Discovery was like, "This is the best. This is great. This is the best marketing we've ever had." Wow. And we didn't even ask her to post it.
But that goes back to the trust, right? She
Yeah.
obviously trusts you.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian's not just going on anyone's show,
Yeah.
right? Like, she obviously trusts you, and you've done her right, and and the clients that you have. Who are some of the other clients?
Yeah,
on that?
name
I
your
saw
like
Floyd.
name your
the-
list because that is really cool.
Oh, that's on
you
the
were
show
telling us
too.
earlier.
Yeah.
Tom Holland. It's a big one.
Who took you to his premiere? You were like his +1 pretty much at his
Yeah.
premiere.
Yeah. So we went with Tom and Jamie. Big shout out to Jamie. He's been, our go-to guy for many years. As you know, those are two of our top guys. Tom just killed it with Spider-Man, broke all the records. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Nicest guys. I actually FaceTimed him with Steve when we were at the last fight in Vegas. He posted us, got 10 million views on his page. And, he may post a trailer for us as well. Those kinds of guys, we don't ever, ask them to do the post if they want to, and they hit it. The numbers are so big. He's another 60 million guy just on IG that it's helped us grow.
It's just more of a respect thing. That's why it's
all
like,
it is.
You
Yeah.
both respect each other so
Yeah.
much that you don't even have to ask.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mayweather, is he on the show?
Yeah, he's on the show. Mayweather's
Have
great.
you ever had a crazy
Wow,
ass?
that's gonna be a sick show.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that trailer,
Yeah.
that trailer is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this podcast. I was like, dude, this is crazy, and
Yeah,
I think I'm sure they're gonna pick up season 2, and I think a episode with Steve and Kyle would be pretty. Milk Boys episode.
I was
would be crazy.
dying to get Steve and Kyle on, but I was like telling Steve, but he really didn't really know what I was saying. And he was like, yeah. He was like, fuck yeah. He was like, let's do it. He was like, what is it again? I was like, and then he saw the trailer. He's like, bro, this show. He's like,
Looks
dude,
sick.
we got to get on the show. What's crazy is we filmed one of the days when he bought the Cullinan and he took delivery. We were here with the full crew. And, he bought it with Bitcoin and took delivery. And they were going crazy about you guys. So yeah, definitely would love to have
and
you
Milk
on.
Boys episode would be pretty
Milk
crazy.
Boys, Happy Dad episode for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Who's like the complete list of people you sold to though? You were telling me back there.
The
Like the big-
Weeknd, Travis Scott. We actually just bought a couple cars from Drake. J Balvin, huge, crazy car guy, insane. What's crazy about J Balvin, he sends a lot of his cars. He never posts any of his cars. He has one of the most sickest collections in the world. And he sends all of his cars to Colombia at his hometown. And he's most humble, amazing guy.
Carol G is one too, right? She buys
Carol
some?
G, Anwell, Don Tolliver, Jamie. We did a deal with Leo, who's incredible. A bunch of big guys: Tom Holland, Kim K, Scott Disick, Travis Barker. Whoever you could think of.
Are there any requests that you just can't handle? Like, what's been the most extreme request that you just couldn't fulfill?
A crazy request was when J Balvin bought the LaFerrari from us. It was one of our biggest sales. It was sold out of this office. It was right around $3.8 million.
There's how many of them?
There's 499 of them.
3.8 mil.
Mm-hmm.
God.
1,000 horsepower hybrid. And when we did the deal, we were thinking the car was going to go to Miami. This was my first time meeting him. I'm like, cool, we're going to send this to Miami. So we're working with our friend Brian in Miami, who is like my brother, but the Miami version. And he flies out. He's like, yeah, I'm buying this car for Jose. I need to make sure this shit's perfect. I'm like, Jose? Who the fuck is Jose? It's J Balvin. It's my best friend. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, cool. So we do the deal. And the craziest part was right when COVID hit. So I was like panicking, like, is this deal going to close or not? Because like the world just shut down. And I called them. I was like, guys, I need you to like close this deal. This is like super important. COVID just gets announced. They close the deal. And we go to ship the car. I'm telling Joey and Michael, like, hey, we got to get this car in a truck to Miami. They call me back. Their management calls. They're like, bro, this car's not going to Miami. I'm like, fucking New York, wherever. Just send it wherever. Put it on the truck. Get it out of here. They're like, bro, it's going to Medellin.
To where?
Medellin.
Colombia.
Ah.
I'm like,
That's where Balvin lives.
I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. You think you're going to take a fucking LaFerrari into Medellin? They're like, yeah.
Home of Pablo Escobar.
They're like, yeah, figure it. They're like, figure it out.
He's got the Pablo.
I'm telling my guys and I'm telling Brian, I'm like, bro, I thought we were dropping this car off in Miami. So now we have to figure out how to get almost a $4 million car into Medellin. They're like, well, you have to ship it to Miami first. We have to put it in a container, put the covers on it, disconnect the batteries, make sure there's no gas in it. So we get it to Miami, we get it to the port, and they're trying to load it on the boat, and this boat like comes like once a fucking month. The battery dies. The guy's calling me, he's like cussing me out in Spanish. I'm like, Joey, what do I do? He's like, we got a dead battery on the LaFerrari, it's going on the boat. They're like, fuck. So now we're making all the calls to everybody to get it in. And they're like, you got to ship it to Cartagena. And then once it comes off the boat in Cartagena, you got to put it on the truck. They got like one truck, you know, with the 2x4s loading it. There's pictures of this car sitting at the port in Cartagena, and they put it on the truck, and then they drove it to Medellin. So that was one of these are like the crazy requests that come with the car.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about get the car, drop it off in my house. It ends up like making sure it makes it all the way.
What's the cost just to get it there? Just to get it.
I mean, it was probably another $50,000 just to get it
there.
Get it landed. And then the best part was when we got it to his neighborhood, he had these huge speed bumps in his community, and he couldn't even get the car in because it was too low, and they had to take the speed bumps out in the whole neighborhood and redo them. Yeah. The crazy thing about J Balvin, about Jose, is he works out like a freak, and he eats meal preps and like diets crazy 6 days a week. And he has a cheat day on Sunday, and his cheat day is insane. So we get these chefs, Soku, shout out to the boys. They come through. I don't know if you've seen them. Mm-mm. They do like these Wagyu sandwiches and like Fruity Pebbles ice creams from the milk of Fruity Pebbles. And like they cater this whole thing. And he's like, he has McDonald's, Taco Bell, Catch, the Soku boys, Mastros. And he just goes absolutely insane. And his manager, Fabs, who, you know, who we're very close with, loves Catch. So we always end up making these runs on Sundays to Catch to get the donuts to go, and they won't even do them. And
Catch is the spot.
It is the spot.
Renee's cussing me out.
Every time I'm always like,
welcome to the club.
And she's like, man, we don't even do these to go, but for you, we'll do them. Tell Fabs hello. And so, yeah, J Balvin, and, you know, when he comes to town, he's like our brother. We take care of everything.
Yeah, actually, Kyle, I just introduced Balvin to Kyle at Catch last week.
right.
One of the best guys you'll ever meet.
Yeah, he is.
Get him on the podcast one day, John. We should.
Yeah.
But
Try to get him on here,
one
maybe,
time
you know.
we met my
I hear a
buddy
lot of big
Noah.
names
Shout
coming
out
out
to
of your
Noah,
mouth
who's
here,
I introduced Noah. Do you know Noah from Bad Bunny's team? Introduced Bob, and I was like, he manages Bad Bunny, and then I told Noah, I was like, we should get Bad Bunny, and Bob goes, wait, hold up, we'll consider. I don't know who Bad Bunny is. We'll consider.
that's
Let me
not-
think
by the
about
way,
it.
not
I'm like,
even
Bob,
true.
first of all, you
Bad
don't make
Bunny's
these calls.
the-
Kyle does.
those guys are
He's
the
like, let
best.
me think about it.
Yes, I know. But
And
you
then
know,
the guy, Noah texted me, he's like, did he really mean that? I was like, no, the guy,
Wait,
the guy's on crack.
this
You know
really
what I mean?
happened?
Like, relax, please.
wait, this really happened?
Yeah.
With Bad Bunny? When?
Yes.
But you don't
Soho
slap Bad Bunny, do you?
I don't. I mean, I actually know. Is that the
Soho
girl
House,
from Dr.
remember?
Is that the girl from Dr. Phil?
No, Bad Bunny is
Bad
like
Bunny?
Bad Bunny is like the Michael Jordan of Latin music. Him and
Oh,
J
all right.
Balvin.
You see,
It's
I don't
like-
know this shit. I didn't know.
It's
I
like
just-
LeBron James.
I just don't
and like
listen to
Steph
Latin
Curry.
music. Like
I
I
know,
respect
but
them.
still, you don't tell the manager, yeah, let me
I
think
didn't even.
about
I don't,
it.
to be honest with you, I
I'll
didn't even
consider it.
I never said that
They're
ever.
At the
They're-
Soho House,
they're
remember? We were getting our
internationals.
drinks and we were waiting for our table.
They're
Remember
international
real quick?
superstars.
I didn't. I would never say. But I know myself usually in social situations. I don't think I'd ever say to anybody. no matter what.
Well, maybe, you know,
I'll
you don't know
consider it. I
yourself
wouldn't
after
use
a
those
few
words.
drinks.
I have partners I have to run it through. I have to go through my partners. They're great. They make those decisions, you know, normally.
Yeah.
And that's probably what I said.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
I said I'll consider it. I don't think I would ever
Yeah,
say
you
that.
said we'll think about it.
No idea.
Yes.
You would want both of these guys.
Of
Bob.
course,
they're
yes,
badass.
yes. Now that we have the rundown.
Oh, now that RD says it, yes, yeah.
They're great. Both of them are great guys. They're both legends. They're international superstars. And Well would be a great one too.
What would be?
He's
How's his English?
Amazing.
Is it?
Oh yeah, he just did.
I've never met him. I've met him once. He was actually at a Karol G concert when they
Yeah.
were dating, but I didn't talk to
They're
him.
all those
But
guys.
Bad
are
Bunny's
amazing.
like newly learned
He's
English
huge,
in the
right?
last like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's number. I mean,
I'm
we went
just
to
so
his,
lost
big.
when it comes to that world. I'm
Nah,
not
we
gonna
went to
lie.
his
big.
concert, and remember we
I just
were
don't know
in
what to do
Dallas.
when Latin music comes on. Like I can't dance for
Yeah,
shit.
well, some
like
people
I'm just,
don't vibe. Yeah,
I'm just lost. I'm just
Yeah.
useless.
Are you ever worried about setting this room on fire? Like with these.
No, we actually have cigar fans in here.
Yeah.
Also,
Really?
so we got it set up just so we can smoke cigars and
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
So-
I gotta come here more often.
yeah. So a lot of our guys like they'll just come like hang out here. Playboy Cardi's here getting a haircut the other day. Just
It's just
What
a
about
safe
any
place.
Just come get a haircut.
any good any good Mayweather stories? I think when this podcast goes live, it's gonna be Floyd's birthday. So shout out to Floyd
shout
and
out
happy
to
birthday.
Floyd, man, and the whole TMT family. You know, I've been
Yep.
everywhere Asia, everywhere with Floyd. I've never seen anyone that, does it bigger.
You went to Asia with him
Yeah, after during the McGregor fight,
for like the press tour?
yeah, it was my birthday. That day of the fight was August 26th. Same birthday as Steve. Shout out to Steve. And I was in the locker room, and he's like, "Fuck it, you were there." And he was like, come with me in the ring." So if you look at the McGregor Mayweather fight, I'm actually standing in the ring with him. And
That's
then-
for.
Did
when
you go
I first
everywhere
knew.
for the press tour too?
What's that?
Did
Yeah.
you go everywhere for that press tour?
No, I went.
You went to Asia with them?
No, I never
Oh.
went. I worked with Floyd for 11 years. I don't think I ever went. I don't think I ever went international. Traveling with Floyd is not easy.
Why is that?
It's-
it was the craziest thing I've ever done.
Well,
Bob.
one is like, his sleep is
His schedule?
ridiculous.
And
So,
you're-
he
and you're-
wakes up at 4 p.m. and goes to bed at
Yeah.
who knows when. You know what I mean? Like,
He
40
wakes up
deep,
at 4 p.m.
40 deep,
Yeah.
2 jets, the whole 9 yards. It was my first time going to Asia, and he was like, "What's up? You want to come to Macau and like gamble and shit?" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow." I was like, "PJ's all the way through. I got everything, Peninsula, suites, everything. You'll be with me the whole time."
That's so lit.
And it's crazy how big he is over there. The fan base that he has there is insane. Like, we couldn't even walk anywhere.
Boxing's international.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you guys a secret. You know why he wakes up at 4 so late in the day? Because the peak of our energy is usually about 4 or 5 hours into when you wake up. So if you wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m., your peak is usually 12, 1 o'clock. So if he wakes up at 4, the peak of his energy is 9 p.m. When's
When he
9 p.m.?
fights.
When the fight
time,
starts.
Yeah.
So
Oh, very
he
interesting.
puts himself in that mode.
Yeah. A crazy story about Floyd is when he was fighting McGregor, one of the days I was just absolutely blown away. He allowed me to hang with him during the training camp. So he would go and train all fucking day long, like 8 hours. The most insane training I've ever seen anyone do. Then he would go run 6 miles. Then he goes, "You know what? I'm going to take you, my girls, a couple of my girlfriends, and one security. We got to fly to LA." So I'm like, "Fuck it, let's go." And if you watch the 24/7, you'll see all this happen. He's like, "I got to go do Jimmy Kimmel."
All access.
Yeah, All Access. Sorry.
switched up.
My bad. All Access. I got to go do Jimmy Kimmel and James Corden. And I want to take you with me to do those 2 shows. I'm like, okay. So they come in, they start asking him questions. He's like, "Please, I don't want to answer any questions. Just let RD handle it." So I'm talking to Jimmy's son. He's like, "What can I ask him? What can I not?" I said, "Ask him whatever you want." He does not care. He goes on. He absolutely kills it. He's like, "Man," he's like, "I see a picture of you with a lot of money on Kimmel." He's like, "Yeah, it's like $4 or $5 million bucks." He's like, "Man, you should have a Brinks truck." He's like, "I do. I got a Brinks truck." He goes, "How do you get $4 or $5 million bucks?"
Wait, what's a
Brinks truck
That
is a
carries
big
all the
truck,
money.
the armored car.
Oh shit. Okay.
He goes,
a Bing's truck.
Brinks. Yeah,
Oh,
he goes,
shit.
"I had one." He
Okay.
goes, "Well, how do you get $5 million bucks?" There's a picture of Floyd with $5 million bucks. He goes, "Oh, it's easy. You just call the bank, the day before, say, 'Hey, I want to order $5 million bucks,' and they bring it to you in a Brinks truck to your house, and they deliver it, and that's how you get the order. It's kind of like going to the ATM." So he's like, "You should have a Brinks truck." He goes, "I do." He's like, "Man, Floyd, you got a good smile." He goes, "I try not to get hit." And it was the best. You have to watch the Kimmel and Floyd
I'll rewatch it.
interview. It was fucking incredible. So then he goes and does Corden. Now, mind you, he trained all day, ran, just did a talk show. He's going to do another one. We go to Corden. We're on the lot. We get stuck in the elevator for like 30 minutes.
What?
I'd freak out.
And it was crazy because Floyd's just listening to his music, on his iPod, diamond out iPod. He's just chilling. He doesn't even care. He goes and does Corden, absolutely kills Corden's. Hilarious. Get back in the plane, fly back to Vegas. I'm like, "Champ, that was incredible. Thank you so much for letting me go with you." I'm going to my hotel. I'm exhausted. As soon as I get to the hotel, I get a text, like everybody's on a group chat. "Report to the gym, Floyd's about to train." And he went back into the gym and did like another 4-hour workout.
And you gotta go watch him when he like texts you that.
Yeah, like I just was like,
He'll
dude-
know if you're not there.
Yeah, I was
He'll
just
know.
like, there's
But
no.
he wants you like there too.
Oh yeah, everybody. I was like, there's no way he's gonna go and train again. And he went back in and trained again. That's when I knew. I was like, this is the most insane athlete I've ever seen.
Floyd's a boss.
Have you ever
he's the
seen him
best.
gamble at all?
Yeah, he loves to gamble.
Does he go crazy?
He goes crazy.
Because I guess those Macau gambling stores must be crazy. He would be
Macau
awesome.
or
to
Vegas.
He would be awesome to have on here too. We should get him.
Yeah, we will.
I thought you
will.
guys just did him. He'd be a good
No,
one. Yeah.
no.
Floyd would be great. He did it on your thing for the pivot, right?
He did a pivot, but he'll be on
He
here.
would be great.
It's just his schedule. Right now, like, actually, if we were in Miami right now, we'd probably be able to get him. He's in Miami for his birthday week.
Right.
But,
Floyd is just such a boss.
yeah, he really is.
Yeah,
And
he's a whole. Everything he
Floyd.
does is a whole nother level. Like,
He's a
So
he's a big-
entertaining too. He's
yeah,
hilarious.
he's funny. One of the funniest guys you'll ever meet.
I like how he triggers people too.
Yeah.
Like some people take
Yeah.
him so it's so funny.
I'm interested in that sleep schedule though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
this-
he wakes up at what? He goes to bed at what time? 4 o'clock.
No, he goes to bed whenever. I don't know when he goes
It's
to
usually
bed.
he goes to
honestly.
bed usually in the mornings, like
Yeah.
8, 9,
Yeah.
10
Morning.
a.m.
So he's
Yeah.
up throughout the night.
Hey, let me tell you something crazy. He's never sipped alcohol in his life.
Yeah.
He's never touched a drug in his life.
Doesn't smoke, nothing.
Never even tried it.
He's never tried it. Never tried it.
I wonder how do you
Yeah.
never try it? That's interesting.
He never tried. He's never had.
He's a machine.
Yeah, he's never had the urge. No, never.
He's a machine. The thing about Floyd, he's met so many people, like all the presidents, everyone. They all call him, have it on speed dial, and it's funny. Like he just is in touch with everybody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's the champ.
Yeah.
He's the greatest of our generation. I mean, it's really Ali, Tyson, Floyd.
So what is the airplane shit you're into too? You're into airplanes too?
Yeah, we got into airplanes because we were in hangars. And, you
Right.
know, when Trump had the tax depreciation for the airplanes, you could write them off 100% year number one. So when guys figured out the bonus depreciation on the airplane being if you owe the IRS $1 million dollar for dollar, you could buy a plane and write it off the entire $1 million year number one. So you basically get a free plane. So everybody that
That's
was
not bad.
Yeah,
Interesting.
everybody that was into cars, you know, these types of
Trump
cars.
likes his planes, I guess.
Yeah. They were like, hey, we want to get into planes. We want the write off. They're tax deductible? What do you mean? I said, yeah, you can write them off, check with your CPA, but in aviation, you can write off an aircraft. And it was one of the things that Trump put in place to make, you know, airplanes tax deductible, bonus
About to get that
depreciation.
industry like booming a little bit, like the
Oh,
aviation.
on fire. On
Crazy.
fire. Imagine you have a $5 million tax bill, you buy a G4 SP instead,
No tax.
and you get it for free. So that's how I got into it.
Mandarin Airlines.
Manor Airlines
Yeah.
coming straight
What's
up.
like the
Zap there.
Zap there,
what's like the
baby.
team like, RD? Like on the back end, like how many people you have working for you?
You know, my
13 planes pulled up.
gotta have the team plane. You gotta have the Happy Dad plane.
It's coming.
Happy that plane will be
Yeah,
nice.
That would
Zap
be nice.
Airlines, you know, a couple propellers. You know?
Zap Airlines. Fuel's running low, baby. We don't know if we're gonna make it. So
Who's credit
glad,
card?
baby.
Let's go. Have the plane running on Happy Dad fuel.
Yeah.
Let's go. The team, you know, shout out to my whole team: Joey, Michael, Chad,
These guys are
Alex.
machines, man.
All these guys are, you know, well-trained machines. They work their ass off. They work 24/7,
So how many
365.
people like total, or is like
I mean, the whole team probably like 6 or 7 guys. You know, our key players, 3 or 4. You know, that are with, you know, the biggest guys in the world. You know, 24/7. You got to imagine when everyone comes to LA. So when these guys get here, they're all our clients. My team is with them. You know, 24/7.
What would somebody have to do to get hired by you? Like, because you obviously have a small crew. What are
It's
they?
tough, you know. It's a big process. You know, they got to be hand selected. They have to be trained. You have to train them. You got to make sure it's a good fit. They have to understand hospitality, confidentiality, things like that.
Yeah.
You know, at this level, you just got to have the best of the best. And, you know, Joey and Michael, like I told you, these guys I handpicked from the same hotel. They used to run the Montage. So they're Forbes 100 trained. You know, our other team member, Chad, he's a key player. He used to run Beverly Hills McLaren. He used to run Ferrari. Guys like that we know that have been in the game for years at a high level. And then we just, you know, mold them and kind of direct them with what we have going on with these types of clients. And I've got to shout out my whole team. Without them, I wouldn't be here. You know, they made it all possible.
RD's got that same Steve will do and Kyle mentality, which I was talking to Steve about the other day. Is like the secret to life really is the more you give, the more you get.
100%.
1,000%.
You know, like,
100%.
that's something like I feel like Steve and I had a deep talk in Dallas about that. It's like, you know, he's looking at me like, why am I so lucky? Why am I getting all this? Because we had a crazy. I think I sent you some videos from
Insane.
Texas. It's like he's
Shout out
like,
to
why?
Texas went crazy for
Yeah,
Happy Dad. That was
Texas,
great.
yeah,
man,
it's
we're
getting more and
coming
more
back.
more and more surreal now.
Yeah, I came back.
fans.
We just got back last night, and I just came back. Like, what happened? I felt like a different person.
What were they
after
just? They
Texas.
shut down. Like the place was crazy with the Happy Dad.
It was crazy, but it was like
So much love.
love.
So
man.
much love
It was
and
like the
support.
love.
Yeah, of course.
So many people that have been watching for like years too. Like even
Yeah.
for me, it's weird to see a shirt like sold like 5 years ago, even.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
that's
pretty
some
crazy.
OG
Like,
ones,
No,
yeah.
it was
and they're
crazy.
just like, I've been watching since this time. And they're just so supportive. Like,
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like Milk has always been about giving back, right? Like everywhere we went, we gave somebody something, whether it's as
that's the
small
key.
as a T-shirt or a a $4,000 or $5,000 meta card, or we bought fans that have been loyal to us. If someone came and said that they held a meta card, or they there were some guys who had like merch from like the original way before my time, the original merch that Kyle was selling, and we would go and buy them like 20 Happy Dads, right? And like going back to it is like, I think that's one thing people don't understand is that's the secret to life, man. Like when
Giving
you
back,
give
for
back,
sure.
like God's great in that way. Is like you give back once, God gives you twice, and
Yeah,
then you
God
go back,
blesses you
give
for sure.
give again and give again.
Savior John over here.
It's just the
Thank you.
secret, man. Like me and
Hey,
Steve had
man.
a heart to me. I
I'm
had
with you
the
on
best.
that.
Listen, I know I'm just being best.
It's the best week, while you're sitting in LA zapping,
Well,
you know what I mean? Like we were
one of
like
the 12 disciples
changing the
we have
world
in front
here.
of us here. Please, he's one of the original 12 disciples.
We have
He was
cold happy.
washing Jesus' feet with fucking Mother Magdalene over here.
We have cold
This
happy
guy.
dads.
Your Nobel Peace Prize is coming soon, John. Thank you for your
Never
services.
even give a zap to anybody, let alone something else.
Did you guys sell 20,000 happy dads before you even got there?
You're the man.
I think it was like 40,000.
40,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. We actually just sold
40,000 cases, right?
40,000
40,000 cases.
A case
Each
is
case is
two.
two.
Because
So
a case is the
80,000
box.
12 packs.
which I thought that was amazing. I saw that
Forced to
on the
drink
pod.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
We just sold a car to a girl that worked at Southern. And
Okay.
she knows the guy that's with you guys now from RNC, is it?
R&DC is our distributor in
yeah.
Texas. Southern is our distributor in Nevada.
Yeah,
So
one
they're
of
also
them,
great partners too.
They were just here and they were like, "What's up with Happy Dad?" Like we were just at one of our places and everyone was trying to find the signed cases, like in one of the stores. They were going absolutely nuts. And I was telling her that you guys are on the way over, which was sick. A lot of our clients, because we have a good supply here,
yeah.
come in and ask us just for the Happy Dad,
Oh.
which is
Really?
insane. Yeah, it's crazy. Like
It's
nuts.
crushing. It's doing
Yeah,
good.
it's crushing. I mean, that's the one thing that we talk about, me, Kyle, Sammy, is we're going after the beer market. You know, like we're not. Everyone says, "Oh, you're gonna be bigger and Truly and White Claws." Like I don't really care about that. We're going after the beer industry.
Which was dope was I was at Poppy Steak not too long ago with Jamie and all the boys, and they had full Happy Dads
Dude, we go there sometimes,
for
just pop
everyone,
in,
I
and
was
there's
like,
people
wow,
with tables.
Shout out to Poppy.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
was
Poppy and
dope.
David.
This week was special.
That's all David Grutman though. Yeah,
Grutman lit Miami. Well, you guys did a great job with Miami with getting Grutman on board and
Yeah.
or Grutman helping us and
No, he's
Grutman
been one of
lit
the-
Miami on fire.
Yeah, he's been
Like,
a great.
That's like the capital of Happy Dad.
Yeah, he's a
For
great
sure.
hospitality partner out of there. Like what they've done with their locations there.
Foxx would be a good one to have on the show.
You FaceTiming him?
Yeah, his stories are. Foxx, what's up? Man, I'm on the biggest podcast
What
in the
up, Jamie?
world. Say what's up to the boys.
What's up, Jamie?
Jamie, how are you?
Fox, man, I'm at the office. You should pull up if you can. Yeah, can you send Jamie the address, Joey, ASAP? If you could stop by for one moment, that would be absolutely. Let's go, Fox.
I love it.
Let's go. I got Johnny here. I got
shit,
the
thank you.
I got the whole Happy Dad team here. We're doing the podcast before the release of the show on the 28th. If you could stop by for one moment.
Machine.
Let's go, Fox. All right, thank you.
Did he say chopper?
Hey, can you send him the address?
RD, did he say chopper?
Yeah, he said chopper.
He said, "Let me check my chopper. I'll
Let
be
me
there in
check my
5
chopper."
minutes."
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna send him the address. I'm gonna keep this up here.
Is there like a helicopter landing on here?
For sure.
Up the top?
This is wires only, baby.
That's fuck. We're just gonna hear.
This is not Bob debit card only.
Fuck. This is a good pod.
Great pot.
We like to pick on him. That's why we keep
Yeah,
doing it.
100%.
I should prank Bob somehow.
Think you're the master.
I don't know what we could do. Should we tell him like Jamie doesn't like him or some shit?
Say we weren't recording this whole time. I think that's the only thing we could do. Jamie, did you DM him before?
Probably.
He says like you like anno-
No, I think
What'd he say? He said
is
something
his
about you-
agent
you, like,
Wiggum Jack?
annoyed
Does
him?
Jack work for Jamie? No,
He said
No,
that,
well, he
like,
said he met one of us at Catch, and they were like begging him to come on.
probably me.
So now he doesn't
Yeah.
want to come.
It
That's
was like
like
somebody was giving him a super hard time. They're so completely zapped, and I was like,
You know, it happens sometimes, boys. You know.
yeah,
did
but
that?
Bob.
Huh?
We'll probably have you sit out the Jamie. I'll just sit one more time. I
Yeah, I
guess.
mean, whatever happens, happens. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just here for the show.
Fuck, you begged him that much?
Nah, we're good. Don't you worry about it. We're good.
He said he's not coming now.
Here's what it is.
Fuck. He said he's going on impulsive.
Bob scares off a lot of people.
I also bring on a lot of people, John.
3. We're at what, episode 26?
No. I mean, you can't. One thing you're not allowed to do is tell false things in this podcast.
Let's
so 3 is
well,
incorrect. So
let's see.
please
Let's see.
admit to the general
Antonio
public
Brown, Shaq,
Mike, can you ask
Don
this one?
Jr. 3 episodes. Would
Bryson?
Who?
Bryson,
Okay.
great golfer.
Yes. No. I'll give that to Bryson.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Bryson was,
Well,
already a fan of Kyle's.
Your original was 3. It was incorrect. It's actually been more than 3, a lot more than 3. And
Who else?
so, you know, I know what you're doing right now. You're challenging me. You're getting my head, so I figure this out, and I get, you know, which
Yeah,
I
but you
like, which I
scared
admire
off a lot of
as
people.
as a leader.
Like what happened, Mike Tyson episode, we promised David Blaine. What happened?
David Blaine is coming on this summer. David gave me
This summer?
Yes, this summer.
We're in winter.
Well, I'm looking to do this. I think this is gonna be a long podcast. So you know, I'm booking things ahead. You don't even know what I got in the works. You don't even know.
Yeah.
I had fucking Lamar Jackson waiting for you guys, ready to go.
You know what the best thing you did
You
for this
guys go
podcast?
to- you
You,
go
know
to-
what the best thing you did for this podcast?
What's that?
Introduced us to Aaron Steinberg.
Good.
Steiny.
We would love to have Steiny take the
Aaron-
role here.
Yeah.
Love to.
Steiny came through and saved the podcast last week.
Steiny's going to Kanye tomorrow.
So
Is he?
how
Where's
does
that?
Steiny orchestrate that with you? He just
Kanye
Well,
got a
he-
show?
Yeah, Kanye's doing a big Don the 2 release in Miami. And
Oh, shit.
Steiny just was like, I need tickets for Steve, but if you got one for me, go ahead and add me to the list. And
Always take care of Steiny.
I said, Steiny, I got you. I didn't realize how famous Steiny was.
Gabe, I forgot
Until I
Gabe's here.
went to a UFC fight with Steiny, and everyone was screaming his name on his picture, and I was like, "Wow, Steiny, you're lit."
He's a star.
Steiny's on the come up.
Yeah, he's on the come up. Hopefully
The
Sophia gives him
video-
a chance.
Yeah, the video with Sophia was one of the best things I've ever fucking
Scooter
seen.
Braun
Wasn't it
FaceTimed
funny?
me yesterday. Of course, every time Scooter, 11 years friend, FaceTimes me and it's like a black screen. I was like, "Yo, I can't see." He's like, "Are you with Bob Menery?" Like, no. Then he shows his face. He's FaceTimed me yesterday.
Well, I've given Scooter a lot for no reason at all. Like, there's no relationship there. There's no nothing. For some reason, I've just fucked with Scooter Braun. I don't know why. And
funny,
I just have. I just,
Every
I have
time
never
it's
given
like
a
a
fuck.
black
love that.
screen. I was like, "You're not with
I've-
Bob Menery, are you?" It's like, "No." He's like, "Oh, okay. What's up, bro?" He's like, and then anyways, he FaceTime. He just watched the Sophia episode.
So good.
And hopefully Steiny doesn't get into this, but he actually said that he wants to do a prank part 2 on. We'll talk about it later,
Yeah.
but
With who?
on Steiny. But we'll figure it out, because I kind of sure Steiny's gonna listen to this, or we could take this part out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Scooter definitely just gets. I fuck with him all the time. Is what it is.
That's
why.
funny though.
It's
I
just
find
a-
that hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But he's cool that he plays back with it a little bit. You know, he's like
Steiny's got the hardest fucking job.
Steiny taking care of Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
no one could fucking. I mean, we all have hard jobs. Gabe's got a hard job.
Joey's
It's
But
'cause
got a
Steve's-
hard job.
Joey's got a hard job, but
Joey's got a hard
taking care of Steve is a fucking.
It's because
another
Steve's always
level,
on the go,
man.
He's always
Like,
just going.
another
He's
level.
unpredictable. It's like Steve doesn't give
He's
a fuck.
like Mayweather. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? Like, he could be just chilling right now, getting ready to go to the Kanye show, and Steve says, "Yo, let's go to fucking Bahamas.
Now that Steve's
You know,
back
get
in a
a jet.
relationship,
I want to leave in
though.
an hour."
Now that Steve's back in a relationship, has that slowed down a little bit? Is he more like just like not as everywhere?
Well, right now he's busy
Yeah.
because we're launching the Happy Dad. We launched
He's been
the
pretty
Meta
chill.
card. Like, he's been all about focused on like growing the Meta card and
He's a beast.
announcing all these utilities and being a part of it. But pre Happy Dad, because we hadn't launched a new state since Massachusetts in September. So then when Sammy created this new list of all the states that we're launching, the Meta card launched on January 19th. Now he's just like in work mode. But if there's nothing going on,
I think when
yeah.
he was single too, obviously. I mean,
Oh,
everyone
he's single,
when you're
correct.
single, you're obviously gonna go wild. Like,
Yeah, of course.
you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna party and shit.
That's why it's always
Yeah.
good to have one. Are you married or single or anything? Or no?
Girlfriend. Lots of
Girlfriend.
practice. Yeah.
Yeah, in your industry line of work, it's probably hard to. It's the same as all of ours, but hard to sustain and have one.
Yeah, it's great having a
One
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Shout out to Bella. She
not
keeps,
that
keeps
hard.
me sane.
It keeps you out of
It's not
trouble.
that it
Keeps me
does.
out of
No,
trouble.
Keeps you out
I'm
of
happy
trouble.
yeah,
with
it keeps you
yeah.
keeps you focused on work.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
like
agree.
Steve now.
Keeps me out of trouble
like,
for sure.
Yeah, if you don't, you're just. I
you
feel
don't,
like there's
you're
no
fucked.
excuse to not go out. It's so
100%.
fucked.
So is Fox bailed on us because of the?
Now we're fucking.
Now
with
we're
you.
fucking
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I don't think we're in good.
But you were worried for a few minutes, and that was the goal.
I really just don't give a fuck. I mean,
No, yeah, you
about
did.
anything.
Yeah.
If it is, I'll move on to the next thing.
Now we're just breaking your balls.
You know what I mean?
What about Carol G? What's she like?
Cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my
I
homegirl.
met her through Anwell, and she's just, I was always just around them when they were.
They don't listen to Latin music, but the way she's blowing up right
Oh,
now
yeah,
is
huge.
fucking nuts.
How many fuck ups have you had? Like, like how many fuck ups have you had with personal requests that you can openly talk about? Like, I fucked this up. Any shit go wrong ever?
What was probably the craziest thing? Oh, Joey, I'm trying to think. We've been blessed and really fortunate lately. We haven't fucked anything
Nobody's
up.
like dropped a car, fell off the boat, or anything into the water.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Like, it happens. You get cars that come off the truck or have damage, or a lot of times clients will fuck shit up right away, and you just got to handle it.
They ever like fuck it up and then they want their shit back or anything?
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember, you're dealing with the craziest deadlines of all time. These guys are wanting everything yesterday. And so timelines, is the most critical thing for us. Timelines, for sure. Meeting the deadline. Because everything is on the deadline. It's not like, oh, yeah, just whenever you feel like it's like, I need this yesterday.
What other requests have been out there? I mean, it's obviously fascinating. Everybody has their own individual, like...
I mean, a crazy request we did for one of our friends is they were doing a birthday party for their daughter, and they wanted Prevost, a tour bus in New York, and they wanted it wrapped pink to take the family to Six Flags. So we bought the bus, wrapped it pink, had someone drive it to New York, picked up the family, took them to Six Flags, and actually drove the bus back, unwrapped it pink, and sold it again.
Now, are you allowed to talk commissions at all, what you're making on a deal like that?
You already asked that.
I mean, it all depends on the deal. It's a great question, but it just all depends on the deal.
On a deal like that?
On a deal like that, it was someone we were super close with. So it was like a lot of love.
Yeah.
One of our boys hooked us up, and we kind of finessed the whole thing to look out for them.
RD's in it for the long run,
Yeah.
bro.
I know
That one was
Look at him asking some questions.
Right?
It's my job here to
The money
fucking-
talk could be kind of cool, actually.
It's
Yeah.
my,
Yeah, no,
it's my
it's-
job
I bet you a
to
lot
ask
of people
fucking
are
tough
wondering
questions
that.
and make
Yeah.
people uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Well, he keeps
no,
asking.
no,
He went to the
no.
bathroom. He keeps asking, how much money do you make off this shit?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a big business, These cars are $2 million, $1.5 million. These are good numbers,
Have you had a situation where someone didn't pay you?
Right when I try to ask the
All the
hard-hitting
time.
questions to get
Yeah.
the fucking governor over here coming in. Huh?
Like, what do you do about that? Like,
I mean, it
Governor
gets
fucking
tricky,
Tahiti.
because if a client, you give them a car, you obviously know them. If they haven't, paid you for a car, it can get tricky because all of these clients can pay for whatever they
you're
want.
not gonna sue somebody. Right?
No,
Like,
no, we've
you're not
never
known as that.
we've never sued anybody.
Yeah.
We've always were able to close the deal with the client sooner or later, but it gets tricky.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not easy. It's not like I'm just as a case happy that I'm gonna pay you for it. You got business managers, you got agents, you got family, you got entourages. It's a big one that you have to deal with. You've got all kinds of different stuff and different characters in the deal.
You got the
have
wait
to-
a minute, you owe me $250, and the guy said, no, you said $200. No,
Yeah,
I said
there's
$250.
it's
No, where?
just-
Like,
It's a lot of different stuff, a lot of different personalities, high numbers. It's very, very high stress, intense, volatile business,
But you love it and you couldn't be doing anything else, right?
Yeah, I love it. Like, we try to sell cars that are going to go up in value. We try to take care of people and put them in the right stuff. We want to sell investments. Like, we want to sell stuff to people, like, if it's over $1 million, that they know over time that the car's going to gain value. It's almost buying NFT or buying art. There's certain cars that are, collectible, like this one, the two behind us, the two Landaules. These are one of 3 of the world, one of 99. They're all special.
that's one thing people don't really see that, with cars, or like even like with like some certain watches from like Rollies to like Richard Milles. It's like their investments.
Great point, because right now the markets may fluctuate. The one thing that has gone up right now consistently is the cars.
Really?
Yeah, and the demand is so high, the supply is cut short back because of
What's
because
the
of
best
COVID.
client flip that's ever anybody's ever bought a car for you and made profit off of it?
Oof, we have that happen all the time.
What's one of the bigger ones?
I mean, these 2 cars behind us, the guys that bought them prior, are up $200,000 or $300,000 in each car. So, you just got to put the right guys in the right stuff, and you just want to educate them. Yeah, you want a Rolls truck. Right now they're going over sticker. They may depreciate a little bit, but you can also write that off because it weighs over 6,000 pounds. So the Rolls SUVs are tax deductible as well. So you can write that car off. So you just have to educate them on what to buy, what not to buy, what loses money, what's going to gain value, what's a numbered car, what's a rare car, what's a not a rare car, what color to get, what color not to get, what options to get, what options not to get. It's a big game. So you want to make sure you're educating whoever your clients are on the right stuff. So you want to make sure that
Like you do a great job of that, with, especially with Steve. Like whenever he's telling me he's buying this, he always tells me this is why I'm buying it.
Yeah,
Steve,
Steve has a lot of write-offs. He has a bunch of tax deductible stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's smart. This guy's not a joke. He knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah,
and he looks to us to help him, guide him in that way.
Yeah,
but,
we're always grateful for that.
Yeah, he's 20 cars deep.
Yeah.
Where does he store them all? Miami?
Miami.
There's
a couple here. There's a couple here in LA.
Gives away some here, and he's a guy that you drop a car off to let him use, and he never brings it back. And he's just like, "I'll take it."
Yeah.
So he's just crazy. he's just crazy like that. Like
he did that. I think he did that with the van, right? Was
that's what happened with the Sprinter, and then that's what happened with the Maybach. That's what happened with the Rolls truck. Like he just came in town. I had him at the FBO. Actually, he needed a plane to go back from Vegas when we were there for the fight, and so he jumped on our buddy's G4. And so we got him the free ride, and he was like, "Dude, you're amazing. This is insane." Filmed the whole thing, and when we landed, we had all the cars lined up. And I was like, "Here, just take these, move around. When you're done, we'll pick them up from the FBO. We'll take them back to the office." And boom, he bought all three of them in one shot.
All the blue ones?
Yeah.
How good would business be if Steve Will Do It was cloned like 10,000 times?
Yeah, it would be the best. Yeah, Steve is definitely one of our best clients.
It's nobody like Steve, man.
And the crazy thing about Steve is not only does he buy a ton of stuff, he customizes it all. He wraps cars like 5 or 6 times. So he'll say, "Hey, I want the Fleet baby blue. I want the Fleet baby blue and white. Hey, I want wheels on everything. Hey, put Steve Will Do It on this. Put Happy Dad on everything. Change this, change that. Pick this up here and take it there. Drop this car off. This guy's he's like a car dealer at this point.
Yeah.
He's into.
But he's educated, and that's what you do,
he's
right?
educated.
And I think that's what makes you special over everyone else on the street. Like you really care about your people.
Yeah, we want to get them the right investments, and we don't want to just do one deal with them. We want to do 20 deals with them, and we want to help them build up a collection, and obviously the tax benefits are great, and the use of whatever they need it for is great. Like the Sprinter, obviously everybody's has been a game changer for him. He loves.
You, I always say this about you, so I'm not just saying this because you're here. I think you have the sexiest Instagram account. Like the shit where you post,
Thank
like
you
the
so
way you
much.
post, it's the wires only on Instagram is the sexiest.
I appreciate that.
Have you ever thought of a YouTube channel?
It's crazy. We were just getting ready to do one, and then Jamie was like, Foxx was like, "Dude, this is a show." I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Cause he's around us all the time, and he's seen like what it takes to make one of these deals happen." And he's like, "If you can, the way that you do your business, this is a movie. Like we have to take this out." And the first person we pitched it to, our partners at Discovery, bought it on the first call. And
Wow. On a call?
Yeah, on a Zoom.
Wow.
And
So right away.
Yeah, so I kicked off. It was a crazy story. So I shot the sizzle with my guy, Taylor. Jamie was like, here's what you should do. And so we shot the sizzle, went through some of our deals. And so we put it together ourselves, took it out to Discovery. But I have 2 chairs, and it was on a Zoom. This was during COVID. And nobody really knew this chair was empty. I was doing the Zoom at Jamie's house. But it was like mad early in the morning. Like this guy's in the studio doing movies. He's like nonstop. He's not getting up at fucking 9 a.m. for a Zoom call. But I told him, I was like, "Hey, can I do the Zoom at your house?" He's like, "Yeah, bro." He's like, "Pull up." So while I'm doing the Zoom with our partners at Discovery, Jamie's standing on the side, with the Starbucks. He's letting me do my thing. And so they're like, "Oh, cool. This is cool. We'll get back to you." As soon as they say that, Jamie sits down and he goes, "Let me tell you about RD." And they were like,
The cosign.
he go, "Holy shit." And then he started to tell some of the deals that he's helped us with, like the J Balvin deal was an insane deal. Like we bought that car from Drake. In order for us to buy the car from Drake, like we had to ask Jamie, like, "Hey Jamie, can you call Drake and make sure everything is cool?" And like Jamie made the call to let us buy that car, and that's how we got the LaFerrari that we sold to Balvin. So it's a crazy story. So to go back to the YouTube, we were just getting ready to launch it, and then we just shot it with Discovery instead. So it's called $1 Million Wheels, and it comes out on Monday on Discovery Plus. So you download the app, you can watch the trailer, and it covers all of these deals with J Balvin, Tom Holland, Kim K, YG, Mayweather, a bunch of the craziest clients. So you get to see a lot of the deals take place and unfold for the first time. Like the clients,
That's really cool.
yeah, the clients' reactions are them seeing the car for the first time.
I wonder if Discovery would be cool with you doing like a behind the scenes on YouTube, because that would actually help the show.
Yeah,
right?
we should.
People don't understand that. One thing about YouTube is like a big place to have like a trailer, and then you could take. I mean, you would be doing it backwards, but like we're filming a documentary right now. We don't know where it's gonna go. We actually wanted to go on YouTube, but there's actually studios now, like Amazon Studios, Netflix, talking to us about doing something more official with them. But it's almost like you take that trailer, but I think you could take it backwards and take all the content that didn't go in the show and make like a wires only YouTube
For sure.
or full send wires only collab, because that's where we're building more channels ourselves. And one thing I know about YouTube is people love cars on YouTube. Love cars. Like
Discovery Pro wants full control, though. They probably not allowed to do anything.
Yeah, but
you can convince them, obviously, that maybe this benefit to it.
but they're also like
What they do get is they get the marketing.
Yeah.
and
They've saw some of the numbers over the last.
they've been the studios and the networks have been a lot more open-minded when it comes to YouTube now. They're not like, no, give it to us. If you pitch it as this is like almost a place of trailers. Look at like Netflix's YouTube channels, millions of subscribers on the Netflix YouTube channel. And it's pretty much all trailers going back. The top link on every description is the Netflix.com link. And it's like just driving traffic from YouTube to Netflix.
Did you call the number I told you to call? Because he called me 3 times.
I was gonna say, we've been sitting down for an hour and a half. If your phone's away for an hour and a half of your life, you got to be fucking crazy. Right?
Yeah, it's going nuts. Do you see it? The guy. Did you call him?
I can see you sweating a little bit now.
Yeah,
They're waving that
phone's
phone.
going
That's what
crazy.
happens. Your phone goes off for 3 hours. You must lose your fucking mind.
Yeah, for sure. Call him now. He called me 3 times. So yeah, the show is pretty exciting because we got to see like real reactions, and then also what it took to make the deals happen. So we got to capture all of that, and there's a lot of craziness.
Look forward to it.
Sounds dope.
What's your car? What are you driving today?
Whatever has gas in it. I'm driving that SF90.
I love that. Whatever has gas in it.
Yeah, whatever's not
Doesn't
sold.
matter what you're driving.
Yeah.
So what do you say, boys? What are we doing? Should we wrap this up here? Was this a good talk? I mean, an hour and a half out of this fucking guy's day.
Yeah, let's go. I love it.
I love that. That was
All right,
actually
we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks to RD.
Thank you,
Make
boys.
sure you check out that show. I'm gonna be watching that shit.
Yeah.
That's lit. I'm
Monday,
pumped to see that back end business shit. I
Discovery
love
Plus.
that shit.
Discovery Plus.
That's cool. Discovery Plus.
Discovery Plus.
Check it out,
The
guys.
link will be in the description of this channel.
Gotta get that.
Of this video.
We gotta have Foxx on.
Yeah, let's get Fox.
Yeah, we got to get Jamie on there.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it'd be a good one. He's got the best stories.
We're launching Happy Dad in Arizona this weekend. Friday, we're going to be in Tucson, Arizona, U of A. And then Saturday, we're going to be at Tempe, Scottsdale, Phoenix area,
That's the
ASU.
trip I'll be on 1,000%. I'll be on that.
Yeah, you'll be there.
Love that.
Hell yeah.
All right, sweet. You're the man, brother.
Fucking get Jamie on
You're
here,
the
which
man.
would be fucking amazing.
100%.
They got it going good in here. RD Winton.
Oh, boys.
Yeah,
Wow.
yesterday's price is-
not today's price.
Today is priceless.
Today is priceless.
Hey, how you doing?
Jamie, nice to meet you, bro.
Hey, big fan. Pleasure to meet you, Bob. Nice to meet you.
Hey, what's up, baby? Good to see you. Oh, you got questions?
We got questions.
Get them, daddy.
Jamie, by the way, I've never seen anybody with as good a style as you here. I'm not
Come
trying, I'm
on,
not
man,
trying to bust your chops here or anything.
Bro, no,
You don't
bro.
like my flops?
I'm
What-
literally...
Johnny.
Who's got better style here is the question.
No, well,
No,
Jamie's
bro.
saucing right now.
Johnny, you want to jump in right here?
No, bro. I saw the AB interview.
Yes.
Yeah, AB's,
Incredible.
he came on our stuff, yeah. You know
I saw that.
You know what Jack Wiggum?
Yeah.
Jack does a lot of work with me. Jack's a good friend of mine.
Wow.
So
You guys are like killing that shit.
Thank you, bro.
Nah, dog, you're not understanding, or dog, you're not even hearing what I'm saying right now. Is because
I always
you
get
gotta-
ripped by the
No,
big guys.
AB
They always,
will let
I
you get a
always get
question out.
ripped by the
Yeah.
big,
will let
by
you
the
get-
big
nah,
dogs.
Man, you're not hearing me, but you hearing me at the same time. Man. I was like, that was the most incredible,
Yes.
interesting interview I've ever seen.
wasn't that nuts, bro? To get him in that door, he was like, we didn't know.
You know what it is? I talked to all of these guys behind closed doors. They'll tell you.
We just talked to
Terrell Owens, Odell, all of those guys are like Willie Beemans. You know what I'm saying? Like the movie I did. It's like they all have this sort of, bombastic, personalities, but they're the greatest at what they do. So I try to tell them, man, just play ball as long as you can, because after a while, it's lights out. I'll never get talking to Terrell Owens one day saying, chill, you good. Jerry Jones loves you. I said, just relax, don't say anything.
Yeah.
And then the next day, da-na-na, da-na-na, and he's in his driveway to us. But that was a great interview, man. I like how y'all protected him as well. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to be fair, right?
Yeah, you were being. Yeah, that was.
Well, that's what you look at. You look at anybody that comes on our show, right? In order to get guys of your caliber, right? Say,
Yeah.
come on. We can't fuck anybody
Can't
over.
screw
We're not
people.
going to make anybody look bad. We're on a team. If you do us a favor and you show us
Yeah.
respect like you just did walking in this room,
Oh,
we have nothing
yeah,
else but
man.
to show you back respect.
I know, but in that situation, it could have just been crazy, because I've seen you a couple of times. Like I could really just. But it was great because we feel for AB. You know what I'm
It's our
saying?
boy. Yeah,
He's
love
the
AB.
fucking man, though. He's a good dude.
Nice
man.
guy.
Yeah.
Good dude. Just got to get him back on the field.
He knows.
He'll be back. I think
him
he's
on
going to play
the
for
field.
Baltimore.
He knows, yeah.
I think Lamar Jackson's going to snipe him up.
Really?
Yep, I think so.
Damn, but Lamar don't throw it. I understand the culture,
Yeah.
brother to brother, but like he don't throw it. Like so here's what's interesting about wide receivers. They get paid a lot of money, but they can only get paid if someone throws them the ball. Quarterback got the ball all the time, running back, they have to actually wait on someone to. That's why they're the way they are.
There was nobody better throwing the ball than Tom Brady, especially to AB. That was a perfect match. That was a perfect match right there.
Or Dizzle.
Oh yes, sir.
Man,
So
I had
what's
to
your
pull up.
relationship, you two?
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, RD was
Man,
telling
my
us,
boy.
Jamie, what was it that you saw in this guy? Because he credited all of his success. You were one of the first people to fuck with him. What did you kind of
100%.
see in him at the beginning?
First of all, man, is R.D. Whittington, man, and his story it blew me away on his hustle. But in L.A., I meet a million. I can cuss, right?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
can meet a million motherfuckers in L.A. You know what I'm saying? All saying, I got this, I got that. But, everyone has it's like a cycle. Like somebody will be real cool, and then you watch the cycle. Oh, they fucked up right there. Oh, they fucked up right there. With him, man, it's always been literally everything above board, and he has his own. You know what I mean? It wasn't like somebody said, "Oh, Foxx, I need to get you in to make that." No, he already had it. It was like ready-made. He just had to add some water, because his hustle and the way he deals with people on every single level. I've watched him feed the homeless all the way up to being in some of the biggest rooms in the world. And there's never any feedback of, oh, I don't, somebody called, I don't like that kid, that dude that you brought with it. Never any of that. So it just, I don't know, man. That's a rare thing in LA. You know it. You know how people are out here. So it's rare.
I love that.
Did you just fly in on a helicopter here? Because it's crazy.
I was
we have
in my
an
chopper.
Oscar winner.
No,
I
you
was
weren't.
in my
Absolute legend.
chopper, man.
Double Oscar.
No, that was a fake story. You're not
Two
really a
Oscars.
helicopter
I
flyer.
was listening. He just hit me. I just happened to be around the corner, but I was like, "Yo, I'm there."
Yeah.
And that's what he has too. It's like even when he was doing his show, we got the show going for him, and Discovery was like, "Yeah, we know you know Kim Kardashian, but can you really get Kim?" And boom, she hits him. Oh my God, how are you?
They said no way.
boom.
They said there's no way Kim will
I
never
didn't want to
shoot.
do an impersonation. I'm sorry, I'm get in trouble to do that. But I'm just saying, no way. And that's Kim K. I mean, the biggest, person on
Legend.
the planet.
100%.
Yeah, man. So that's a testament to what he is.
And the TV show coming up, you're excited about it for that little.
Yeah, it makes you cool. Look, we could do all the movies in the world, all the TV in the world, but shows like this make you cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you look at like Tom Holland being on the episode. Shout out to
Shout
TH,
out to
man, who's
TH.
blistering the movie theater right now in the middle of
Killing
a pandemic. Just past Avatar, and then comes out with his new joint Uncharted. Is number one on that. So shout out to him. But to have him on the show and him like, yo, run with it. Yo, I'm signing off, on the Discovery. That's
Big
really
deal.
big.
Yeah,
and at the same time, though, it's cool, man. Look at this. I mean, look, I was in one of these right here. Maybe I was riding around.
The gold one.
The gold one, right?
Yeah.
You're a big cars guy?
Listen, when I met him, he turned me on to all of it because it was like at first I didn't know what to get. But I'm riding that gold Bugatti and people were stopping me. I didn't even know who I was. This lady was like, she's from some other country. I don't know you, but your car, please.
Yeah, it
May
is
I
crazy.
ride? I get in
Imagine
here.
a
Come on, let's take car,
solid
please.
gold wheels,
I do not
gold
know
Bugatti.
black man, but please. I'm sorry, African American, please can I ride gold? I said, get on in this motherfucker. So, but that's the thing about it, man. It's when you get in the cars, RD is the right person.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people can get caught up. A couple of people called me. I told you, I hit Missy Elliott. I said, yo, Missy, you got to hit RD. He'll get you right. You know what I'm saying? Get you, because it's the right way to get into him.
Missy Elliott. Is she still doing stuff?
Oh my God!
I haven't heard her name in a while. She was up. She was the best of the best.
Legend. All of these
Legend,
songs and
Yes,
things that you don't
absolutely.
even know she's got her hands on. She just,
She was one of the best there was.
Oh man, I mean, just still to this day, who fills that space? But I was telling him, I said, yo, she wants some help with the whips and all that kind of stuff. She's sitting on so much, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that catalog.
For years.
Her and Timberland, crazy.
What cars have you got off RD
He loves
throughout the
Sprinter.
years?
I love the Sprinter right now.
It's crazy because he not only
That one
does-
back there?
It's a different one, but
By the way, for anybody that doesn't know what a Sprinter is, what is a Sprinter? Because a lot of people don't know what a Sprinter van is. I didn't until a month ago.
Yeah, it's just like the one that Steve has. You can put.
It's too close. Too far. Okay, shit.
Jamie, this isn't your first rodeo here, Jamie.
I'm saying, and starting it. And now. Okay, all right. No, I got the Sprinter. I got the Sprinter right now because
He drives
I could
himself.
I take my kids everywhere in it right now, but it's a dope Sprinter though. It's like the Mercedes and it's kind of compact. Got the
With the
Rhino
kitchen,
wheels on
yeah.
it. Got a kitchen in there. Got the a shower and a
shower?
Yeah,
Yeah.
got a shower.
shower in your
upstairs,
car?
downstairs.
Bathroom, yeah.
I'm fucking around about that. No, there's no shower, but
bathroom,
no,
kitchen.
But it has a kitchen. It has a bathroom, whole nine, and for my kids, man, it's like my kids,
Yeah, kids need a Sprinter, right?
bro,
You know?
to be able to
They're
just
so
whip,
deep,
Look, I
we're
whip
deep.
them
He drives it himself.
myself. You know what I'm saying? There's no
I
driver.
said, "Hey, what driver do I book this weekend?" He says, "Come downstairs." I come downstairs. He's driving.
Yeah, we
Like
pull
we
up
just
on the
took
Super Bowl.
20
That's kinda
kids.
sauce,
We
though.
just took
I
20 people to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but we went
he
to
drove
Super
us.
Bowl. Look, I drove because I ain't had the right pass.
Yeah.
So
True
I
story.
I
Listen
didn't
to
have the
this.
right pass, so I pull up, and I just lean over. We tell them we singing the national anthem. We got Jamie. He's singing the national anthem.
We
and
had
then
no
boom,
parking
we right
pass.
next to the stadium.
To Lot A.
But the Sprinter is so dope, and I know that sounds sort of like weird, talking about all these fly whips back here. But like I said again, for whatever you need, he gets you the right whip.
He's the best. He's the best there is. I'm starting to learn that slowly here today. Best in the industry. The come up story is even more impressive. What did you think of the Super Bowl? Did you bet it?
Yeah, we bet it. We lost, but it was a good loss though.
Do you bet games though a lot?
Yeah, we bet a little bit, not a whole lot. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I'm with MGM and everything like that. So check us out on that. But
Yeah.
sometimes I won big on a Super Bowl
Last
when the
year.
Giants played.
So you bet. So wait a second.
when
You
the
bet
Giants played against
Yeah.
Brady, I bet all the way out on the
when they were
Giants.
14-point underdogs.
all the way out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, dinner on me. Everything was like,
Last year too, we did good.
Yeah, last year we did. Yeah.
But you bet the Bengals this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good bet. It's
Yeah.
a good bet. You know what I'm saying? But it was like,
They still
but who
covered.
I wanted Odell to get that
4.5.
ring.
Yeah.
And Andrew Wentworth is actually lives out where I live, so I wanted him to get that ring. And so it was just great to see Odell get some,
Crazy.
vindication. So it was great.
Is making movies still where your passion's at?
You're playing Tyson, aren't you?
Yeah, we're gonna play Tyson.
That's fucking crazy.
Spider-Man was
Top of the
incredible.
That's
year.
fucking dope.
Top of the year, we'll do Tyson, man. Like a lot of people don't know, I that's how I came up. Like when I was hitting the clubs back in the day doing stand up, I was burning up the hood. Like I didn't perform uptown, but I was in the hood, and there was this place in the hood where everybody went, all the stars were going. This is like 80, 88, 89. You know what I'm saying? Before y'all was even born, you know what I'm saying? But I was killing that shit. And I get to my Mike Tyson joke, right? Full crowd, all black. Get to my Mike Tyson joke, and nobody laughed. You know why? Because the mic is in the audience.
Wow.
So dude yell like, yo, Mike is in here. And I'm like, oh shit.
Are you serious?
I'm not fucking around. Yo, Mike is in this motherfucker. And everybody
Did you know?
No.
Oh, he had no clue.
Think about how long ago that. I'm telling you, 89. It's
So you weren't even, like,
2022,
popping
bro.
yet.
This is when the motherfucker was knocking people out for smiling wrong. He had the velour sweatsuit, that. So then a black girl in the front like, what you gonna do, Jamie? You gonna tell your little jokes? I'm like, chill the fuck out, this motherfucker. And then the dude yelled out, who we know to this day, Rodney. To this
big
day, I
shout
still
out.
know. He said, yo, Mike said do the joke, but that shit better be funny. I'm like, God. So the crowd went from looking at Mike to looking at me. So I'm like, fuck. I do the joke, standing ovation. Shit is going crazy. Imagine standing ovation at that time.
What
You
was
know?
it? Do you
How was
remember?
the? How'd it go?
Man, you know what the joke was? I never tell people what the joke was. It was actually just a scenario. I said I pulled in the Kentucky Fried Chicken through the drive-thru, and I didn't say what I saw, but I said what I heard. Hi, welcome to Kentucky Fried Chicken. May I take your order? And it was basically saying that Mike was working at Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? So I do this whole get a standing ovation. Mike comes up to me after. There he is, you crazy motherfucker. Come on, go with me. Come on, right now, you silly motherfucker. Get in the car. And I get in the car with Mike, and I just start hanging out with this motherfucker. I was like the jester, like whenever you need somebody to laugh, you make me laugh. Oh, shit, knock, 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 motherfucker. Like, but you never seen nothing like that though. Like he reigned supreme. Like he had the Lambo trucks and all that other shit. He had all the Ferrari. He had all of that shit, bro. He go into a club, right? We go to clubs. You see some girls say, "Hi, you like BMWs?" The girls like, "What? You like cars? You like Beamers?" And they're like, yeah. He would go call his guy at the BMW dealership, open that shit, and give her a car.
Is that
Just
gonna,
met her.
Is that going to be the voice you use for the when you play Tyson?
No.
You're going to change it up a little bit. That's more of a mocking way.
No.
You're going to play him in a true way.
Here's the thing. When people do Mike Tyson,
That voice is pretty good. It's pretty spot
but
on.
when people do Mike Tyson, they do an impersonation.
Right.
So I watched Mike Tyson live on the top of the mountain. But then what happened? He went to the bottom of the ocean. When I called him, when we first started on this journey a few years back, this is what was interesting. I called Mike. I said, Mike, how you doing? All praises to Allah, my brother. I'm happy. I said, really? Why are you happy? Because I don't have any money anymore. So why does it make you happy? Because nobody can take anything from me anymore. I don't have any vultures. I don't have anybody out here trying to take my soul. I don't have anybody doing it. So I'm just happy. I said, Mike, that's who we play. That guy, the redemptive guy who's gone through everything, who now is reflective on the fact that you can say you don't have any more money, and that's what makes you happy. That's the American story. So that's what it'll be.
Very, very cool.
That's gonna be sick.
Because all of the high voice stuff, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
But it's when it's, you know what I'm talking about.
Of course,
It's the way
100%.
he orders his food. It's the way he talks to his kids.
1,000%.
Even when we went to go meet him, his kid like walked out of his eyesight and he panicked because he lost one of his kids. So it's those types of little, nuances.
We had him on the podcast too. I think it's our biggest one, and he's just such a.
He's been on twice now.
so full of wisdom. Like it's
Always-
crazy. I didn't realize that until I met him.
Yeah.
Then when you sit down and talk to him, you're like, this guy's wise as fuck.
It is interesting though. You don't get to sit with, he won an Oscar,
I know.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
It's insane.
And you won an Oscar. You got recognized for being one of the greatest actors
What's
of all
going to the
time.
Oscars like?
Oh man, it's well for us at that time it was crazy because we was
Just
I
kidding,
was
not one.
nominated
By the way,
twice.
2 Oscars.
No, I was nominated in the same year.
Sorry, I didn't have my time to do my Jamie Foxx research.
all good,
Yeah,
man.
you flew in on the chopper way too
you,
quick.
You know what happened, bro? We was partying. Like I didn't even realize the Oscars at that time. I had to switch over my publicist and make me really realize what the moment was because when we got the call that we was gonna get nominated, bro, we was like, yo, we got paparazzi now. We can go to the clubs anytime. So it was just a gang of. We would literally get in a tour bus, show up at the Golden Globes. We got 2 tickets, but I got 22 dudes with me. And we just, we get in. Imagine getting to the Golden Globes and it's like 22 black folks. Like
30.
Ain't no black people nominated. Y'all spread out. What the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was doing the most, bro. But I was like, I'm just happy. I didn't give a fuck. And then we in there partying and we making the white people, because, at the time, it was a barrier for us. Because, like, we in the white people town. We thought the Oscars was that. So here we are partying. Me and my boy Breon, we partying. Breon's dancing with this blonde lady. And he like, yo, Foxx, who this? I said, Breon, that's Goldie Hawn. He don't even recognize. He's like, Goldie. We were just partying, having a good time. So it's like,
Breon.
It was amazing. And it took people like Oprah Winfrey to make me understand, what the moment was, Jamie Foxx called me like, Jamie, you're going to blow it. And I was like, what am I doing? You're fucking up? Because we was fighting in the club and all kinds of shit. But
Oprah called you?
Oprah called me. And she says, I want you to understand how important it is that you win because Ray Charles is a great story.
Wow.
And so she took me to this party, and it was Quincy Jones's house. So I walk in, Quincy's, shit, man, come on in, you're gonna fuck it up, man. Shit, you're doing a great job. All the partying, cut the bullshit, come on in here, man. And I said, oh, thanks, man. So I see all these black actors from back in the day that I watched, that I looked at, all just giving me a handshake, saying, we want this to go well. And then in the back, they said, you want to meet who you here to see? I said, yeah. It was Sidney Poitier.
Wow.
And so Sidney Poitier sort of gave me like God rest his soul now, but gave me like the ultimate knighting, and the rest was history.
You know what I'm always curious about though is like the getting into the character shit. I know it's probably like you get sick of talking it so much, but like when you're playing that the character, it was Ray Charles that you won the thing for. Are you like, what is it called, method acting, when you go to you go home and you're still in the mindset of playing the character?
Yeah, I think you have to. It's like I was Ray for like a year, but I had to lose a lot of weight. Like I'm like 205 right now, right?
But you stay in character for a year.
I was
as him?
157 pounds when I did that character. So I had to lose all of this weight because they didn't have no gyms back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I lose all the weight, and then like for like a year and a half, just listen to the music for this one. It's not always like that, but for him, listen to the music, listen to the way he does, hey, you know what? It's just little small things,
But are you going to like the clubs as Ray Charles during that time if you're out for like?
Nah, I'm not like that. No, what's his name was like that? Terrence Howard was like that.
Yeah.
Like I finished like Terrence was working on the movie. I finished being Ray. I'm at the game. You know what I'm saying? Watching.
Right. You go back to Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, I'm at New Orleans. Yeah. Was it New Orleans Pelicans back then? Who was they?
It wasn't the Pelicans. It was
Wasn't the Pelicans? Whoever it was. I'm at the game and shit. And I'm, sitting on the floor, and I look out of the corner of my eye, and I see a dude in a zoot suit, like an old ass, with a hat and shit. Who the fuck is that? A mascot and shit? And it was Terrence Howard, because that was his way. So I look at it, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on with you, Ray, man?" I said, "What's up, man? Why you?" I said, "Terrence, no, Ray, what's going on?" I just wanted to say what's up. I said, "Man, we at the game, T." But that's how he got down. I don't think I could stay like that because I think you burn yourself out.
Yeah, yeah. But you stay during when you're on set.
Oh yeah.
That day, nobody
yeah.
bothers you. You're somebody who doesn't like to be fucked with. You stay as Ray Charles.
Yeah, but I'm not like that. I'm not precious about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's fun. You know what I'm saying? RD? I just have a ball.
Got
man.
it.
I just did a movie with them, and it was the craziest experience ever.
Yeah, we just have a good time.
And it was a blast.
You were on set and shit?
Yeah, we actually did a movie.
Come on,
where
man, it's Fletch right here.
I had a role in a movie before I did
Yeah.
the show, and so he threw me in the plane, took me to New Mexico with Nick Cassavetes and Chuck for a new movie coming out called God Is a Bullet.
Yeah.
And so he was getting me ready for the show, and he's just like, I was like, how do you do this so good? He's like, just if you have to think about what you're going to say, not doing a good job.
Yeah.
You just got to let it rip.
Yeah. No fear. But he got
fear.
that. No fear, man.
So that was crazy.
That's amazing. Amazing good stuff. This is a very.
Did you ever
interesting
meet
surprise here,
Ray
though, by the way.
Charles?
Yeah.
You did.
I met Ray Charles, man. It was crazy. I went and met him at his studio, and he comes down the hallway, and he says, I said, Mr. Charles, I just want to do the best I can to do right by your ear. Hey, you know what? Can you play the blues, man? I said, huh? Can you play the blues? If you could play the blues, you could do anything. And then we sat down on dual pianos, start playing the blues and shit, right?
Wow.
And then I hit a wrong note. And he goes, hey, no, why would you do that? I said, well, I'm just trying to keep up with you. Because we were playing like Thelonious Monk or some shit like that. And he said, make sure you hit the right notes, man. That's life. Take time to hit the right notes. You hit the right notes, everything good. Hit the right notes. He gets up, walks off, and says, hey, that's it. The kids got it. And walked into the sunset. And that was it.
Wow.
You know?
How about your Shaq impersonations during the stand-up?
It's crazy. I realize you keep on talking, Chuck. Keep on talking, Chuck. I'm gonna come down there with your ass, Chuck.
So good.
I've known Shaq for years, man. It's
Shaq.
like unfair. Like I remember Shaq.
Did he
won
ever
the cha-
press you?
Huh?
Did he ever press you?
Nah, fuck, he liked that shit. I remember Shaq. He didn't snake me, but he kind of did. He had this Shaq roast, right? And I was supposed to be on the roast with some other comedians and shit. And so they kept pressing me to get there on time. I'm like, why am I gotta be on time? I just show up, I do whatever, you know. And they didn't have a host. So I went to the Shaq roast and he says, "Can you host it?" I said, "Yeah, I got you." So I drank like a bottle of Hennessy because I had all my jokes was in the bottle and shit. So this crazy roast with him, but I've known it for years, man. I mean, I would talk to Shaq, man, when he was going through shit in L.A. You know what I'm saying? Because it was tough. He was trying to at that time, him and Kobe was contentious and stuff. Mm-hmm. But when they won the championship, you know what Shaq did? Shaq's on Ventura on a motorcycle, like 7'9" on a fucking he's like this fucking like right. And I said, "Shaq, what you doing on the motorcycle?" I'm just trying to just hanging out. Right after you won the chip, I said, "Man, come to my house. It's right down the way." So Shaq gets on a fucking chopper and rides down Ventura Boulevard. The whole city is following him, and then he comes over to my crib, right, and everybody's there, and he literally looked at me. My crib looked so small when he walked in. And then we hung out and, we played like 3-on-3 or some shit like that. But he's always been a cool dude.
Yeah, you got those impressions. How'd you learn all that? How'd you learn to be so talented?
This kid, man, watching TV. I had nothing else, man. We was broke.
You were always an entertainer?
My grandmother always had the TV on. So, that was my whole everything. I ain't had no money. But she had a nursery school with this big ass cabinet TV, and I would just watch everybody back in the day: Sammy Davis Jr., Tom Jones, Flip Wilson, Richard Pryor, people you probably never heard of, Steve Allen, and that was like my TV shows was like the Tonight Show. So I would watch all these guys come on the TV and watch them, and I would emulate them in school. So I was in 3rd grade. I'm being rowdy and shit, but my 3rd grade teacher knew I was smart. She says, "Listen, I'm gonna give you 10 minutes at the end of class on Friday to tell your jokes, because if not, you're gonna be kicked out." So every Friday I do my stand up, but I would just take the jokes from the Tonight Show and tell them to the kids, because they ain't up. Like my grandmother had me up, had me drinking coffee and shit. I was like fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm like wired in school and shit, like I'm doing cocaine and shit, So I do the 10 minutes, and the next thing you know, by the time I'm like 5th, 6th grade, everybody in the city would come see my show at the school. So that's how I, got on. And all of the different, voices. At that time, it was was it the Muppets? Who was it? It was Kermit the Frog was the Muppets, right?
Yep.
So I would, do Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog, Sesame Street News, here with the 3 little pigs.
Which actually sounds like Sammy Davis Jr.
Because sometimes who could take a sunrise?
Which actually sounds like Jay-Z.
Nice party. It's crazy.
Wow.
We started off in Mossy Projects. Him with, Beyonce. We didn't know what we was doing. Dame had an idea. So we just, it's crazy.
So just...
Yo, it's unbelievable.
This is epic.
You're very fucking... It's crazy how fucking talented you are. I can just see it in front.
Because it's just great people. It's just a lot of great people in my life. A lot of great people on both sides. Lots of great people on both sides.
Strong.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
It's a lot of great people. Lots of great people on both sides. So I like to say, excuse me, fake news. Fake news. They're trying to give me the...
That's great.
So I just sit at the crib, man, even now, just like, cultivating like little voices.
Where do you get all your energy from? You get a lot of energy.
Man, I do coke.
Okay. That's what I was thinking.
Come on, man.
I was going to say that.
Doesn't everybody, bro?
We are in LA, right?
No, I'm just
That's
kidding.
a good way to get it.
Hey, I'm just going to say this on camera. I hate cocaine.
Jamie, your career's good.
Listen, I hate cocaine. I just like how it smells. Anybody else? No?
Yes, right here. Man in front here, yes.
No, man.
No, I don't touch that shit. I really don't.
No, listen.
5 years ago, I had a problem with it, actually. I'm off it.
Really?
Yes. Had a complete 6 years ago. Had a massive issue with it. Haven't been perfect. So that's in the past. So that's why I can joke about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I'm glad you were able to take your shit. This got deep quick. No, I didn't know you was really recovering.
I'm not
it's like
trying
I
to make
never
it
would have
deep.
done the coke joke.
I'm not trying to make it deep. I'm saying we're over it. I'm done. We're
Coke
good.
joke.
You can make
no.
jokes.
I got great coke jokes though. I go like this. Hey, you want to smell this? I think it's spoiled. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they say it's a trigger for me, so you got to be careful.
No, I'm fucking around. No. You know why? You know why? I have a lot of energy, man, and I tell him all the time. You're crazy. We live in the dopest space.
Yes.
Where we can play make-believe, get paid lots of money. We can live this type of life, man. And so when you look at like my grandmother, grandfather, they pick cotton, bro. Like You know, motherfuckers was getting up and actually going to pick fucking cotton. So when it comes to this, I never let my energy like float away, because it's always glass spilling over. You feel me? So it's like, that's it.
So you try and always just keep the positive vibes going.
I mean, why not?
100%.
Because pretty soon they'll tap you on your shoulder and say it's over.
When you start to go to a dark place, though, what do you do to kind of correct yourself and get you back to where you
I
need to
got
be?
good family, man. I got good homies, good friends, man. You know, and those dark places come because I tell people all the time, and I tell him, get ready for it. You know, you're going to have a very successful television show. And if you believe in science, you know, yin and yang, you can't have complete light without complete darkness. So whatever you're blessed with, you're going to have something that you're cursed with in order to balance it out. You just got to recognize what the curse is. So I'll have several moments where it's like, man, I'm being tried and tested. It's fake motherfuckers and all that kind of shit. So you got to just try to sit there and go like, okay, how do I welcome the darkness in a sense? Because I used to fight it, and that would get me in trouble. Sometimes you got to sit in and say, okay, this is kind of what's supposed to happen. And you know, I moved my whole family in with me. That was the first thing. Like my mom, my dad lives with me. They've been divorced for 30 years.
Wow, they live
my
with
kids,
you.
huh?
They live with you.
Yeah, I was adopted, but I found my biological mom and my stepdad, and so they've been living with me for now like 14 years. Which is funny because they're divorced, you know, for 30-something years, and he still dates. So, you know, it's crazy. Like he'll have
He
a
still
girl.
dates?
Huh? He still got girls dates. So she'll come on his side of the house just to fuck with the dad. Oh, hey, how you? Please, you know, that type of shit. But having your family there, if you can stand it, you know, it helps. It helps. You know.
That's great.
Also, BSB.
Oh yeah,
it's
man.
super exciting. You want to tell them a
Yeah,
little bit
BSB,
about
man,
that?
brown sugar bourbon. I know.
What is the brown?
The
You get
alcohol?
your alcohol.
Where,
right?
can,
Yes,
where
it's
can
on-
we get it?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man,
You should have, Jamie, a guy like you should have a bottle ready to go, right?
You know
get
what, man?
People? You know people?
Someone should go grab one real
You
quick.
know what? Listen,
You want to go fetch one, Gabe?
I don't know if I have any.
Or any in the Sprinter?
I don't have any.
RNDC distributes it.
Huh?
RNDC distributes it.
Yeah, I don't have any with me, but I'll tell you what, it is flying right now. Myself, Mark Cuban,
Joey, do we have any upstairs?
might have some.
Okay.
Oh,
Thanks to Joey
Bango,
C.
bango. See
Big
that? He's
shout out
already
to Joe.
Bang! I'm San Antonio.
Big shout out to Joey C. Can you bring that over, Joey?
Johnny, what
Let's put it right in
Jamie,
the
where's it
picture.
available?
All
know?
over now, man. Like it's.
We got to blow that. I mean, this thing tastes great. It's unbelievable. It's been selling out everywhere.
Yeah,
Show us what we got here.
yeah.
Are we going to wait for Mercer to come back?
Yeah.
Joey, you want to grab a glass?
Man, them shits is dope, bro.
You like them? They're comfy.
Where you from?
From Toronto.
416
Yes, sir.
905.
90. That's mine. 905. Mississauga.
Scarborough. Okay.
Mississauga.
Mississauga.
You been out there a lot?
I had my girlfriend broke up with.
You're dating a chick from Toronto?
No, it was a girl that I was dating in LA, and I fucked up. It was a birthday, and she says, "Yo, it's my birthday." I was like, "Yeah," and I'm in Toronto. She's in LA, so one of my guys says, "What should I do for my girl?" And one of the dudes like, "Yo, Jamie, fucking already, holy guy, you got to take her to Wasaga Beach, bro." I'm like, "Oh shit,
You've
babe."
been to Wasaga Beach.
Yeah, but I was like, "Babe, they got a beach."
Six Buzz. You got to throw that up.
So I'm like, "They got a beach out here, bro."
What do you think of Wasaga Beach? That's hilarious to me.
Oh man, it's a little brown sugar bourbon, man. Yeah, baby. Yeah, but I
Wasaga
didn't,
Beach.
you
You're
know,
putting all the Canadians are going crazy right now.
Yeah, Wasaga Beach, bro. And I was like, and it didn't look like this beach.
It looks like shit.
Yeah, it was a little different, bro. So my girl was like, "What in the blue fuck?"
That was
is
my
going
grade
on?"
12 grad trip. Was Wasaga Beach.
I could understand has a whole lot of fun in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I had a good time, but she was like, "I ain't with this shit. This don't look like Malibu." I said, "Ain't nothing look like Malibu. What the fuck?" But I would always have a good time in Toronto, man. Toronto was dope, really dope. Everybody had rhythm there.
Yeah.
That tripped me the fuck out.
Canada's dope, man.
Like
I love
everybody had rhythm. I'm not making it a racial thing, but I was like, the first time I saw white people, like, I was like, what the fuck is going on in Canada? You know, because it's hard to get that bop. I'm like, they got the bop. And the food was good.
What kind of food? Do you eat Jamaican food?
It was Jamaican food, but
Yeah,
just
we got
all your
glasses. That's something
restaurants.
Grab some glasses.
Like those Italian restaurants over there in Bay and Bloor and what's the name of your high-end part of the city?
Do like some glasses?
I don't know. Yorkdale? Yorkdale.
Yorkville.
Yorkville, yeah.
A lot of great food there. We just had a ball, man. Had a ball.
That's dope.
What do we got here? I want to try it. We allowed to try it or no? Is this like a special bottle they can't open?
How'd you get into launching this? Because we just got into the alcohol business too ourselves.
I had a song called "Blame It on the Alcohol" in 2008. Everybody was trying to get me to blame an alcohol, like sell it, but none of it made sense. So I would throw big parties, and I said, "Listen, if you want me to get behind the alcohol, let me see how it works at my party."
That's sick. Does it come with like a flask?
Yeah.
That's dope.
So all the alcohols would die. I got this, and they gave me a bottle of it, a case of it, and they went through the case like crazy because it's sweet. It's like the refined version of like say how a Fireball is. So when you go and sip on it, shoot it, however you want. When you, yeah. Well, come on, baby.
I'm a big drinker.
Well, you know what? I'm finna kill this.
You know, it's good fucking vibes.
I'm finna kill you. Kill this with you. I don't mean to kill it. BSB, man. Brown sugar bourbon makes life sweet.
Cheers.
Here we go.
No, I don't bullshit either. Wow, that's good.
Wow.
Very, very, very good.
Good, right?
No bullshit. I'd give honest opinion.
No, and I know I know. Listen, I know they would kill me. The reason I'm good with this, everywhere I take this,
It's got a good aftertaste.
Look, when they first gave it to me, right?
Yeah.
And they said, Jamie, how could we get the urban market? So, you know, like, I'll go to the sisters, they like, bourbon, Jamie. I said, listen, just give it a taste. They taste it. Oh, my God, I love it. But you know what I did, bro?
Good, right?
Really good.
You know what I did? I went to Destin, Florida. Anybody ever heard of Destin, Florida?
No.
Oh,
You hit those
guys
outside
really are from
spots,
Toronto.
Wasaga Beach, Destin, Florida.
Destin, Florida is like Republican land.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Man,
Yeah,
like-
the boats.
Republic.
Hillbillies.
No. Just it's on
Yeah.
it's on the Gulf side of Florida. Beautiful beaches. I said, I know where I need to go with this. So I got fly to Destin, Florida with all my homies and shit. And I said, listen, y'all gonna see some shit you ain't never seen before. I'm from Texas, so these are my people. So we get on the water, and we're on a boat, on a black boat, as a matter of fact. We're the only black people on the water on a black boat. Mm-hmm. And we're on our way to Crab Island, which is where you link all the boats up, and we hang. But as we're, floating, you see Trump flags, and you see fuck Biden flags. I mean, it's crazy. And so Dave, my homie's like, they from San Francisco. Yo, what the fuck is this, Fox? I just relax, bro. Relax. I got it. No, man, fuck this shit, man. We gonna end up in this motherfucking ocean, man. These white motherfuckers. I said, relax, bro. You with me. I'm from the South. It's Southern. Trust me.
Right.
So we pull up. We dock our boat, right? They're playing Proud to Be an American, and I know, right? Which is Lee Greenwood. Love Lee Greenwood.
That
right?
song slaps.
Love Lee Greenwood. So I walked to the back of the boat, white dude with a ZZ Top beard in the water, because it's waist deep. He says, Jamie Foxx, man, what in the hell are you doing here? I said, man, I come to kick it with you. Changes his music to Gold Digger. Everybody's like, Jamie Foxx. I grabbed the BSB, cases of it, get in the water. I said, y'all meet me in the middle of the water. This is during the pandemic.
I remember, yeah.
I'm pouring shots. We're literally drinking out of the same bottle in the middle of the pandemic. But here's the thing. My Army, Air Force, Navy, Marine guys were all there. We had a great fucking time.
That's awesome.
We ended up spending the whole day together. And I say this, I know this sounds weird and kind of corny, but I say this is how America should be. Like, here I am with these
real,
guys.
right?
We were drinking, having a good time. And at the end of the day, when we left, it was just a whole different type of respect. There was no politics involved. It was just like good old fashioned kicking back and having a good time. And once we did that, sales went through the roof. And then I did hear one of them while I was drinking. I heard one of them go, I knew Jamie was a patriot. I was like, yeah, man, all right. Drink. You know what I'm saying? But what it was like, it was a cool ass fucking moment. And I told BSB, I know exactly what to do with this. Price point is $21. Yeah. This is not high end. We not behind the velvet ropes. It's the pop peanut shells on the club floor. It's no velvet rope. We just out here having it. And since then,
You drink with Ice Cube though? I think it's pretty good room temperature right now.
You could drink it with an ice cube. You could drink it neat. You could add like a little lemon, which would give you a lemonade. You could do like a brown sugar rim. And I hooked up with my guys at TGI Fridays. Here, go ahead. Yeah. I hooked up with my guys at TGI Fridays.
You got it in TGI?
Why TGI? Because here's the thing. We're going to do brown sugar bourbon barbecue. So they do a whole barbecue sauce with this in it. And they came to my house, had a great time. The chef showed up, made all these different types of barbecue. And then I had a lady who makes all the different drinks, came up with different drinks and stuff like that. So, you know, it's it does really well, man. You going skiing. This is what you need. You know what I'm saying? You up there in the snow.
This is fucking great shit.
Yeah.
Where can you buy
really,
it?
really good.
All over, man. You know, you go up on IG, the Be It Brown Sugar Bourbon Instagram. Go hit that, and then just like, you know, I'll drink it, do a video of it. Let me know how you like it, and if you know we're doing some shit where we're going door to door.
Jimmy's
All right, you heard
I'll
Jamie,
come
boys.
DJ your
Fucking
kitchen.
send Jamie a video of you guys drinking
I'll come DJ
bourbon.
your kitchen, and
Give,
you know,
give him a little surprise. Let's see how many videos we could send him.
and here's the thing:
do it.
do a video for me. And look, I got to get into this space. You can follow. I see you, brother. You can follow me. I am Jamie Foxx on Instagram. I see you, brother, over there.
you, Chadwick.
Oh, I see you, brother. Assassin over there. Assassin. Fucking looking right. Got the hair right. Got the.
That's the velvet hammer they call him.
Velvet Hammer.
Chadwick Hopkins.
Nice to see you, brother. So yeah,
That's great.
I'm gonna get out y'all's hair, man. This has been great.
I love this.
man.
It's been a great time. We appreciate you stopping by. It's been awesome,
Man, come
brother.
on. And at the end of the day, I can't say enough about this guy, man. Think about how America is, and when you talk about American dreams, and I know he told you his story, but that's what it's about, man. When my kids and my family see RD, man, who's on Christmas, he makes sure they got the right gifts. He makes sure everything is together. It goes beyond this lens. You know what I'm saying? It goes beyond what you see on the show. That's why I think all of these people that have donned the show did it, and I can't wait for people to check the show out.
It's gonna be crazy.
And then the next show is gonna be nuts. But RD, man, hey man, toast to you, brother.
Cheers, brother.
You did it. This
RD,
is what
thank
this
you
is
for
what
getting me
American
here
Dreams
together.
is about, man. And thank you guys, man.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for coming
Jamie.
through.
Thank you guys.
Bob?
Kyle.
BSB.
Beautiful. Wrap it up.
What are we doing, RD? We going to catch or what?
Let's do it. Whatever you want, Fox.
I'm with whatever y'all want to do, baby.
Catch.
Shout out to Renee at
Catch
Catch.
is,
Yeah, my
She's the
daughter gave me a pass.
all right, we're good. Let's go to Catch tonight. We'll do
I'm craving some mushroom spaghetti. Straight up. I'm not
1
gonna
hour
lie.
though. No after party and
No,
only be
bro,
here.
you gotta hang. Fuck that.
What?
Do it. No, what are you talking about?
I thought I'm only here for an hour. I gotta go back to
No.
No?
No, we gotta go and hang. Like it's
All
gotta
right.
be 12:30 and with sharing stories and shit. You know,
Let's
we gotta
do
do
it.
that shit. Bro, what do you mean 1 hour?
Bob, how can you even say that if James?
No, I didn't. I don't mean to insult you or anything like that. I just am saying that, like, I'm
What do you
trying
gotta do?
I'm insulted.
What do you gotta do?
You know, I have nothing to do, Jamie.
Bro, you're a superstar, bro. I watched the interviews, bro. Stop fucking around. Hang
All
out.
right, fuck it. I'm hanging with Jamie Foxx.
God damn.
go,
man.
boys.
Let's hang for
guess so.
35
All right, we're
minutes.
done.
You know,
We're done. Mushroom spaghetti.
Jamie the man.
Anytime, man. I really appreciate this.
Amazing, Fox. Thank you.
The best there is right here. Jamie, the best there is. I can't afford any of these cars.
Yes, we can. We can afford anything we want, man. $1 Million Wheels is dropping on Monday.
Monday, let's go.
Monday. Get ready.